Good evening, all, and welcome back to the Midweek Mix-Up podcast for 2022. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody had an amazing Christmas and New Year. And of course, this week and this year, we are graced with the camera debut of Mr. Boxenberger. Woo!
Sexy German.
Thank you, guys.
I hope for those who have not yet seen his appearance on camera, although I would have no doubt the vast majority of you would have on Boom's show or his own channel by now. He does definitely look like his picture. I think there was no surprises.
I take that as a compliment.
I think there was no surprises. I think it's a big compliment to Sean Labrie as well, to be fair. He's got the likeliness down to a T for everybody that he's done. So
Yeah, it's true.
No, it's awesome. But yes, welcome back, everybody. It's great to be back on the show, of course, with my brothers here, discussing our favourite things, video games, and obviously catching up with each other and our awesome community. First and foremost, before we get into everything, I want to obviously we finished the year off on a massive high, smashing through that 24-hour live stream, and obviously we went straight through the target, the £1,200, which was 200 over target, which is absolutely amazing. So a massive thank you again to our awesome community who helped us achieve that target as well. So thank you. Of course, we will dig straight in. The topics for this week, and I actually need to realign that a little bit. The topics for this week, of course, we're discussing Ubisoft plus heading to Xbox, which is obviously a breaking news article, as it were, as that only happened late on this afternoon. Our platform hopes for 2022, and of course, our most anticipated games for 2022. And before we dig into anything, let's get through the introduction. So first and foremost, Shomberlon, how are you doing today, brother? How has it been? And you have actually been managing to get a little bit of gaming in, obviously with the Christmas break. So how has that been, and what you been up to? What you been playing?
I've been getting a little bit in. I'm supposed to be writing a 3,000-word report this week, which I've been procrastinating on.
That's that every week. That is
It's true. No, I should. It's a fairly easy thing to write. It's not like an essay where I have to come up with an argument. I'm basically just talking about one of the students that I taught when I was on my placement, and then just sticking some theory into it. So I could probably get most of it done by Friday, Saturday. Friday I probably won't get it done because I'm going hopefully to see Spider-Man. But other than that, yeah, I've been getting some gaming in. What was I doing? I can't remember what I've been playing. That's like how knackered I was at the end of my placement. Is the last 2 odd weeks has just been somewhat of a blur.
You finished on Legendary with all scrolls.
I did. I thought I'd completed all of the campaign missions, but one of them achievements didn't unlock for me that they should have. So I've done all of them apart from take AI into a campaign mission. I thought I'd done that.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
But that's just an easy
that
fix.
one's like pure fluke as well. I think I did that one by accident.
I thought I did it on the mission, The Road. You know where you've got
the Scorpion
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it didn't unlock for me. So I've looked online, and basically I'm just going to start up an easy game, run through the first 2 levels, and then take once I've unlocked the first fob, I can take some Marines into get to the checkpoint before going to the tower, and that should unlock it. Yeah. So it'll take me 25 minutes, half an hour at most, so I can get all the campaign. But yeah, I did a legendary with all of the skulls on in 5 hours and 55 minutes.
Oh, that is quick. So you got the achievement for under 8 hours as well, then.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You're a beast.
I cheesed it. I cheesed it hardcore. And also, I don't think the timer is proper. I'm not quite sure on the timer because there was some bits where I felt like I was dying over and over again. I was stuck there for a good half hour, 45 minutes, and like some fobs took me 20 minutes to crack. But yeah, if you want to know what the cheese is, you have to do the first 2 levels. You have to get your way through that, and the end level boss in the second one is a bit of a pain in the ass, to be fair. But then when you go to the first bit where it's not the fob, what's the big area? The big thing you've got to take hold of. You know, as you come out of...
Yeah, the bases.
The big base. Up on the right, there's a huge cannon. And if you get yourself up onto the huge cannon, crouch down, press X, you pick up the cannon gun. And it's like you're walking around with the Scorpion tank. So I cheesed it. I'm not going to say that I'm some Halo master. That it's still hard. It's still not an easy game.
You still did it.
But it makes it a hell of a lot easier, especially the bosses.
Right, that's fair enough.
So I'm not going to kind of go, yes, it's bow to me, to your Halo king, because I completely cheesed it. But it was good. It was still fun. It was still a fun game, and it was still challenging, even legendary, because it's the stuff like your shield doesn't regen unless you melee someone. So it still wasn't an easy game. Anyway, I tried PUBG yesterday after about a year, and I sucked so hard it was embarrassing. I was coming out of games with no damage, no kills, no nothing. I just could not hit the broadside of a barn. I'm just so out of practice with that game. What else have I done? I'm just going down my list now. Played a bit of Overcooked 2 with a friend. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
That's a fun little game. Yeah, it's a fun game. I got back into The Witcher. I had to kind of start it. I kind of had to start it again because I couldn't remember the mechanics of it. But once I'd killed the griffin and then moved on with it a bit, I was like, yeah, I think I know how, the usage of the games. And
You're playing in Series X?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely make sure to play it in performance mode.
I think I am doing. I think I've got
because
it in performance mode.
Yeah, the performance mode really is awesome because actually the performance mode runs at 4K and then dynamically scales down. But since the Xbox Series X has so much overhead, it basically runs all the time at 4K and 60 FPS. That's really awesome.
On my monitor's 1440 anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not too big. But yeah, so I got familiar with the game again and reloaded one of my older saves. So I carried on where I was. So I'm right at the end of the game now in terms of the story. I think I've killed 2 of the Wild Hunt people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So I killed the guy on top of the mountain. I think that was the last person I killed. That you fire his face and then hit him with the hammer. So yeah, that's I forgot how good it was. It's just one of those games that I tried to get back into a couple of times. But when you can't remember anything in terms of not necessarily the story, but how the game works. And I think I play a little bit smarter now, whereas before I just go in hacking and slashing. Now I'm using potions. Now I'm using the blades.
Oils is the secret. Yeah. Man, it's so funny. When Xbox did that Xbox Museum at the 20th anniversary, you were able to see what is your most played game on Xbox of all time. And for me, it's actually The Witcher 3. It's my most.
I mean, you've had like 4 playthroughs now, though. Like I haven't even. Every time I get like 3/4 of the way through, I just get distracted by something, and then I forget what I was doing. And I've never actually finished it.
I only had 3 playthroughs on Xbox. 1 playthrough was on the Switch, and now I bought the Witcher. What's it called? Game of the Year edition, and just to have the achievements again. So I'm on my 5th playthrough again. That doesn't count in the same time counter. So I'm actually thinking about going back now to the OG version because, well, I want to have that counter go up.
Yeah. And the last 2 games I've played as well was the Gunk, which I enjoyed. There was one bit when you're going up a tower, cleaning your way up the tower. I thought that was a little bit overly
too gunky.
Long. Like,
too gunky.
I must have spent 10 minutes just going up this tower. And there was nothing else happening. That was a little bit boring. And then Aliens Fireteam, which I kind of quite like.
It's all right. It's nice. It's not like anything like should we say too serious. You can just relax with it, like have fun. It's just.
I think I'm done with it now, though.
It's just a mindless shooter.
I've got to finish the last level on the insane difficulty, which I think was technically hard, which I just can't find a decent team to do. Like the bots aren't good enough to get you through. They're good enough to get you through all the other levels apart from this one, and then the team I get are just complete morons most of the time. There was one that was like, "Yes, I finally did it," and then I either got disconnected running down the last corridor before I get to the lift to finish, or the host booted me.
Right.
But I was furious. I was just like, I do not believe that's just happened. Just disconnected to server or disconnected to host. I was so annoyed because it's taking up hard drive space, and because there's no one else really playing it or is it like end game content level like I am, I'm just going to delete it. It's taking up too much space, especially with things like Stalker 2 coming up soon.
Yes. Supposed to 160 gigs, guys. 160 gigs.
160? Jesus.
Yeah.
I need that the
big
memory
one.
card.
But then again, I can understand because from what I've seen of it, it looks absolutely beautiful. So I can understand if it needs the file size. To be honest, I wouldn't go past it.
To be honest, I think we will have to get used to these kind of game
100%.
sizes if we talk about Unreal Engine 5 games.
You know what it is?
With Nanite.
I was going to say, with the Series S, I've been used to now installing only what I'm playing onto the console, which is really handy because at the minute I've only got like the essentials. So what games am I specifically playing right now? And then anything else on the Series S specifically, then I just uninstall. Like I'm lucky because like a lot of people now, unfortunately, you can't just download things because it takes up takes a lot of time to download. I've obviously got a gig internet, so I can willingly download and uninstall things at will.
What I do, I have an external drive, an external SSD actually, and I can copy 50 gigs in like 1 minute. So Stalker 2, I can transfer from my external to my internal in like 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, something like that. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not the guy who needs like 500 games installed. Even though I don't have the best internet available, I also have mainly on my internal the games I'm currently playing. And then I have some all-time classics. For instance, The Witcher never leaves my console, or Skyrim. These games are always installed, but they are on the external. And when I want to play them, I just transfer them over. It takes me about a minute or so, 2 minutes.
I think hopefully what happens in the future is, I've noticed it. I meant to mention it one of the other podcasts when we were when Halo campaign first came out. Did you notice that you could pick your language?
Yes.
And I was amazed at at the variety. I hope this is something Microsoft do going forward in terms of for nations that don't speak English as a first language.
Yeah.
Because they had so many. They had like Chinese, Korean. I think even had traditional Chinese, but also simplified and traditional.
You know what it is? The great thing about that. I was going to say the great thing about that, and obviously we know from speaking to the likes of Thomas Sala and Joe, is that the actual voiceover work is one of the most costly things to do in development. And obviously it goes by how many lines. Yeah, it goes by how many lines characters things are. So with the good thing about this, with Halo specifically, and I think with Microsoft, and hope, like you mentioned, fingers crossed to do it for all of their titles going forward, is invest in all of these different languages and getting these voiceovers done in all of these different dialects, because that would be absolutely awesome if they continued that.
Well, can I praise one game then? Because my kids downloaded Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
That was added to Gamepass.
Mine too. Yeah.
It's completely in Dutch with the original cartoon voices. So they're really happy and they're loving the game. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Same here in Germany. My kids are also loving it. Actually, it is a good kid game. I have to admit that.
It's fun.
It's a good kid game. Yeah.
I mean, it's
my kids love it.
The amount of languages that were available. The point is the fact that you could choose the languages that you download, so that hopefully going forward you won't have to. I mean, if you've downloaded all those languages, you're probably looking at 80 to 90 gig for Halo instead of the 25 that it was. So hopefully going forward, there will be the option to just remove the languages that you don't need. I mean, I don't need any other languages, but when you think of the amount that are on in games that you have to download. So hopefully, just going forward, this is something that Microsoft
fingers crossed. I think, like I say, thankfully, because it's first party, I think Microsoft will be looking into that, because that's very much accessibility. So when they're talking about accessibility and getting more people into games, it's also about kind of localization, and not just in terms of market representation, but in terms of dialects and languages and things like that. And I think, even though it's a very costly outlay, getting that done and getting the right people to do those voiceovers, because of course that's another thing. You need to get the right type of voices in these dialects to get it done as well. You can't just have imagine getting obviously a German guy doing Master Chief, but he's got a really high pitched voice. It wouldn't work.
Hey, you're rooting me out for the Master Chief.
Have you ever heard James Bond in German? My name is Bond.
Yeah, I agree, Shom. I think, and that's a very good point. And I really hope that they do continue to do that, because that's an awesome point.
Do they still do that, Broody, or not?
Pardon me. What?
Do they still do it? Sync every movie in Germany.
Yeah, they do it.
It's the same voice, right? He does Batman, he does James Bond, he does everybody. There's one voice.
No. Usually, the big actors out of Hollywood have now their dedicated what's the name?
German copy.
Yeah, German copy. So you can really tell who is who. Yeah.
Okay.
But before we get on to finding out what Vin's got, chat, I also want to know what everybody else has been playing over the Christmas break. So in the chat, just let us know what you've been playing, what games you're playing at the moment. And when we finish going through the introductions, we'll kind of shout out what everybody's been playing, and kind of have a little brief conversation about that. Let's get everybody involved. But Vin, what have you been playing, brother? What you been up to?
I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake on PlayStation. I was streaming it on Twitch as well. Loving the game. It's really fun. Today I had the part where Cloud becomes, I think how you say Claudette, I think, for Don Hornio. that was fun parts. I'm loving the game. I finished Halo as well, but not as impressive as Shomberlon. I finished it on normal. I did all the side stuff, but kill the bad guys, take over the FOBs, stuff like that. I did that all, but not on Legendary. I didn't even find one skull.
Oh.
I cannot
go
back.
Of the tower.
Yeah, I cannot go back into the missions. That you can.
There's
you
only
can replay them.
2 or 3 that are in missions. The rest are out in the world.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now then I'm gonna look better. But I
you
found
need
all
to
the
get the bandolier skull. That's the fun one. That's the one that gives you unlimited ammo, but also means you have no cooldown for any of your.
Is that also bottomless clip, or is it just unlimited ammo?
No, it's just unlimited ammo. But it means that you can't Spider-Man with your grapple hook because there's no cooldown on it.
Oh,
and that was so much fun, just flying about.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider Chief.
Oh, and I've got a backlog game that I did for a True Achievements Challenge, and I want to give a shout out to 2K Games, because this is how you do a remaster.
Yeah.
Mafia, the Definitive Edition. This is brilliantly done, man. This is so well done, the remaster. That's how you do a remaster.
That's a remake. That's not a remaster.
Yeah, I
agree. But I agree. It's awesome. It's really well done.
This is so good done, man. It's really good. I'm loving that game, so I'm gonna finish that as well. And what else have I been playing? Yeah, Forza Erwin, of course. I jumped back into Sea of Thieves again.
Yeah, I did see that. I see you and I think Erwin and Barry and
yeah. We and Emil as well. Paraplug.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all. Yeah, it's so good again, and that's about it. And yeah, in 2 weeks I will. Is it the end of January? I will get my PS5, so I'm gonna play some more then.
Nice.
Because the PS4 is gonna return to my brother. So.
Right. So how are you gonna get a PS5? Are you gonna be paying scalper prices or?
No. I get it from a store.
Okay.
But
you sound suspicious.
No, pet. Yeah, pet knows.
Exactly.
I know someone, and that knows someone, and you know the story. Then.
Yeah, so they're holding you one back. They're getting a shipment in, but they're holding it back for you.
But at least this way, a gamer gets the console and not the scalpel, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I cannot confirm or deny.
And I will not confirm or deny the location. Like Archie said, though, at least it's a gamer that's getting it, though, and not just a scalper that's got sitting in his attic for forever.
Well, I had to, because Square Enix is ditching Xbox again because Forspoken is apparently 24-month exclusive
Oh,
to
it is, yeah.
PlayStation 5.
Yeah, which is
Oh yeah, that's been known for ages.
I'll just be playing it on PC.
Yeah, but
if I play
want
it,
to
and
play.
I won't be paying full price for it.
So what made you to get we had the discussion in our private DMs about you getting either the PS5 or a PC. What made you get a PS5 instead of a PC? Forspoken, yeah, but you could play that on both systems.
Have you seen what a decent? My brother was how you say that building a PC,
Yeah.
and then letting me show what it cost to get it, right?
Yeah.
That's free PS5. So
I know.
Yeah. So it was an easy choice for me, man. So it's I want to play Age of Empires 4.
Yes.
But I ain't buying a PC for at this moment for just that game and Forspoken. I'd rather buy a PS5 and then hope Age of Empires is gonna be transformed into Xbox. Like Halo Wars 2.
I hope can understand that.
I really hope that Microsoft is gonna do Age of Empires Xbox edition. Like Halo Wars 2, because it can work.
They have got a team looking into that at the moment.
Yeah.
They have got.
So I hope they.
Yeah.
I hope they will do that, and then I can play Age of Empires on my Xbox. So.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
And then there's Horizon Forbidden West, and Twisted Metal is getting a new game. So
yes. Yeah.
I had to get it.
I've been replaying Horizon on the PC actually, and the implementation of DLSS, so obviously super sampling with NVIDIA on that title for PCs really helped it. Now running full ultra settings on that on PC, at a nice easy locked 60 frames. It can go higher, but I locked it at 60 just to make it smoother. But yeah, that's awesome title. Looks absolutely beautiful on PC. Obviously, I was playing it on the PS4 Pro previously, but having it on PC and being able to max out the settings and not have the checkerboard rendering, not have kind of motion blur and everything on, and being able to really just push it to see how good that game can look at its best. It looked beautiful, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Horizon looks like on PS5 as well when that launches, and then of course probably a year down the line on PC how beautiful that'll look when it's really pushed out to the limit.
But I'm gonna can I do a shout out, because Crazy Louis in chat is saying you can use a keyboard and mouse on the Xbox.
You can.
So he has a point that Microsoft should do Age of Empires on the console, because mouse and keyboard are already there.
Yeah, they just
I played Sea of Thieves.
They could just have it as a requirement.
But most people don't play it with mouse and keyboard. They have to. If they bring it to Xbox, they have to have a controller configuration as well. Yeah. They could enable, of course, mouse and keyboard, and I would be surprised if they don't. But they can't just bring the game with mouse and keyboard only. So.
Yeah, but if you look at Halo Wars 2, right, it's possible. Halo Wars 2 is brilliant with a controller.
And apparently, we have seen a lot of people like Grannell, Thor, Chess Corden, Jeff Grubb, and Special Nick from Xbox Era. They all talked about it. That the game is apparently in the works. Randall Thor even and Chess Corden, they said on the Xbox 2 podcast also that they would be very surprised if it wouldn't come in the first half of 2022. So don't worry, it's coming. I'm very confident. And Klopp really also talked about it.
On Xbox as well.
I will keep you to it then, Broody.
Yeah.
I will take your word then, yeah? It's your word then, Broody. I love you.
All right.
All
right, you take my word.
Before we get into Boxenberger's catch up, of course, shout out to Marion, who has become a channel member for 4 months now. So thank you, Marion, for the continued support there as a channel member.
Awesome stuff. So is Marian then the longest channel member?
He is now, yes, he is. Since we got the channel memberships back.
Congratulations, brother.
Woo! Boxenberger, brother, how have you been? What have you been playing over the Christmas break? I know it's Age of Empires, Age of Empires.
It's Age of Empires.
We did have an awesome co-op game though, and obviously we do need to have another one. But yeah, that was.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's the first time we both played co-op and multiplayer on Age of Empires since Age 2. So yeah, it's really good to get back into that again. And I need to brush up on my skills.
Absolutely.
Boxy's just way ahead in terms of speed and tactics.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires, so yeah, I got some tactics down. I got the speed of getting stuff done down, and yeah, I'm currently playing a lot of Age of Empires. When I play against the AI, I'm playing on ultra hard, and I win basically every match. So I really have to go online and play against other people to get a real challenge out of it. But yeah, I'm loving it. It's so good. What can I say? It's just so addictive. Well, what else have I been playing? I've been also playing The Gunk. I finished that. I have been playing. I went actually back and played some of my all-time favorites. I played a bit over the Christmas break. I played some Skyrim. I played some Witcher again. I played Secret of Evermore, one of my all-time classics from on the Super Nintendo. And recently I've started with Biomutant. I got that in the sale and I finally started it. I'm liking it. It's probably not the best open world game ever. Definitely not, but it's definitely worth a playthrough. I'm having fun. The game is actually massive. Once you get past the first couple of hours, it takes a while till you have that step out moment where the game opens up and you can go and explore everything, and that takes like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. And I think probably a lot of people stopped before the game actually opened up. But once it does open up, it is a fun open world game. Nothing too special, but not bad at all. And it's on sale right now. I think I got it for like $30 in the New Year's sale of Xbox, so that's definitely worth it. What else? I've downloaded on my PlayStation 5 Godfall, but I have yet to start that.
At least, I mean,
tomorrow.
Is that the free version that they give out?
Yeah, it was the PlayStation in PlayStation Plus.
Yeah. So that's not even the full game. So that's just end.
Oh, it isn't?
No, it's just end game content. It's a weird version that they made just for PlayStation Plus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm not playing it.
Yeah.
I want to play the campaign.
Actual one, yeah. No, this one you get you get a max level character and you get end game boss battles and things. You don't actually get the campaign. They made it just for PlayStation Plus, which just makes no sense.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was the weirdest announcement that I've seen. They made it was just this specific version, and then you have to buy the campaign separately.
Okay. Well, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, you can
never heard
obviously you can give it a try and see if you like it, and if you don't, then you can go, yeah, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I have so many other games I want to play, then I just save my time and play something else. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. Probably have forgotten 1 or 2 games I went back to. I usually go back to some of my all-time classics over the Christmas time, just for nostalgia reasons. This year I played again through Secret of Evermore. Yeah, like I said, some Skyrim, some Witcher 3. You can never go wrong with that. Yeah, that's basically, and a lot of Age of Empires 4, of course.
Yeah. Sweet, awesome stuff. Patches.
So, what have you been playing?
Me.
Oh, sorry, we forgot to add you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here, guys.
You're still here.
Yeah, Patch, how are you doing, brother? What have you been playing?
I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing
Fortnite.
good. It's first of all, I'm really happy to be back on the show again with you guys. It's been a while. Happy New Year to the people in the chat, of course, and to you guys as well. But yeah, man, what I've been playing since the holidays, I've been playing a lot actually. We had the 24-hour stream with you, of course, and from that moment, we played a lot of games. Mortal Kombat, Alien Fireteam, of course. Did start playing the Gunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sea of... No, I wasn't on Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you took a little bit of... Did you?
No, I wasn't. No, I was not playing Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
He didn't want to join us.
No, exactly. I also started the Gunk. I finished the game as well. I really like the game. It's pretty simple, easy game, but still it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Did like the story behind it, and also like what Shom says is that some moments you have in the game, it's a little bit too long. With the tower and stuff, going up, and you're like 10 minutes just taking all the gunk and then stuff. But yeah, it's still the game looks really great. It runs really good, so it's a game that I will recommend to play. So for sure. Been playing Rubber Bandits as well. I saw it. It's pretty fun game. It's you can do a co-op online. You can also do online with other people, but it's a game that you like need to rob banks and stuff, but you can actually fight against the opponents. You can shoot things, or you can grab them, throw them away and stuff, and it's really funny. So we should definitely play that if you guys are up for it.
Yeah. Sweet.
What else? Few weeks ago started PUBG again after a long time. Went pretty good to be honest. Didn't have any wins, but we had a lot of kills, so that's good. And believe it or not, guys, but this is Drew's fault. I started playing Fortnite, so
Fortnite.
yes. And the funny thing is that I woke up pretty early in the morning, and I saw that Drew was online, and I was like, wait, is he playing Fortnite? So I sent you a message, and he said, yeah, I'm bored, I'm just trying things out. I said, okay, let me just download it. And then from that moment, I don't know, it's pretty fun to play. We had such a good laugh, and we actually had back-to-back wins, and so yeah, that's pretty fun to play. So yeah, guys, if you're for Fortnite, join us and let's have some fun.
Yeah.
You gotta play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I played it yesterday as well, and so it's it's just great fun.
Yeah, we don't none of us get involved in the building. We're like
no, exactly.
We don't even bother with that. We just play it like we're playing PUBG, but in Fortnite.
So Pekje's a loot king again.
Yeah.
Well, with this game, everybody's a loot king. You just walk through the loot and you get everything that you need. So it's not that hard, But yeah, like I said, been playing a few rounds with Studos, Marion, Crazy Louis Gaming, with Dutch, of course.
They all play Fortnite?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
So it's pretty fun. So yeah, download it, Finn. Let's play Fortnite.
I have it installed because I sometimes play it with my son. So.
Hey,
okay.
See?
Okay.
I have never played Fortnite. I have to admit that. Not once.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, Rudy.
Yeah, you also say that about FIFA, and I'm not doing it. So
Yeah.
No, but doesn't your son want to play it? Your son wants to play Fortnite, doesn't he, or not?
oh, he's a little bit too young for that.
Oh yeah, okay, mine is 7, so he wants to play.
Yeah, my oldest is 5, so
Oh
we
yeah.
just started. We started to play Mario Odyssey over the
Switch.
Christmas on the Switch. But
It's actually a really fun game.
yeah, it is. I love it. It's a fantastic Mario game. I played through it like twice on my own, but I started with him. But now we are stuck in like the third world. It's just too hard for him. And then we downloaded the Paw Patrol game, and that's more of on his level,
Yeah. Oh, you were the cap in Mario then.
I was the helping hand when he got stuck at bosses and whatnot.
Oh, okay, yeah, like that.
And also, I started playing It Takes Two with Pink Vibes. So
Nice.
Yes.
yeah,
Hoe?
and it's
Tijgertje.
yeah. It's pretty fun, you know. Like she's not like gaming as much as us, of course. You know, like so for some parts it's pretty difficult, but at the same time you can see that she actually handles it. So you know, it's pretty fun to play, and yeah, definitely looking forward to play more, Pinky.
It seems the Tijgertje is disagreeing with Fortnite in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah. I can understand why. It's definitely one of those titles that a lot of people will just go, nope. Even
But you know
Shom
what it
jumped
is
on.
that
Even Shom jumped on
Yeah,
Fortnite
but-
the other day.
you know what it is that since I've been playing PUBG, you know, like Fortnite was the game that was not on my list at all. I always said I'm not gonna play Fortnite, never, because it's a kids game, blah blah blah, you know. But
You hear it?
If-
You hear
if
it,
you-
Boxenberger? We are going to play FIFA. We are going to play FIFA.
Hear that? Yeah.
no, but you know, it's just for the fun, you know, like also to get together with the guys and you know, to have a good laugh and
Yeah,
just some fun playing, you know. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, much like you guys, I've been started The Witcher again. I haven't picked it back up again, but I know what I'm doing. I haven't got too far into it where it's like where am I? What's the story going on? I know exactly where I am, so I will play through that a little bit more. I started playing through Death Stranding on PC. I'm actually really intrigued by that game at the minute. It's actually more interesting than I thought it would be.
That's DHL simulator, right?
Uh,
That's DHL simulator, right? Or not?
It is, but it's not as much as you think it is actually. So the actual delivery sections. So the real objective of the game is to reconnect areas of America that have been cut off due to essentially this wipeout of humanity. So the world's went to shit. And because of that, areas of America have been cut off. And there's also this rival faction that wants the world to remain shit, and they control it. So you're
So like the Dutch government.
So you start off as just a guy that makes normal deliveries for people and things like that. But then your main character is kind of immune to getting killed by what is known as the BT, which is kind of the ghosts. So if you get killed, you immediately come back, but you're not dead. You just you wake back up again. Whereas everybody else that gets affected by it, they just die immediately. They're just wiped out, gone forever. But there's only like a handful of people in this universe that don't die when this happens. They just come back. And he is one of them. So the only way to reconnect all of these different places in America is by you going and connecting them back to the grid. And the parcel delivery section is really just them saying, right, for when you connect this, can you also take food supplies? Can you take blood supplies and medical supplies to them? Can you go and do this whilst you're getting there? And when you get there, obviously connect them back to the grid. So it's more about connecting these different areas back again after the world's been destroyed, and finding out really what's happening. And you learn the little baby thing that you've got on your chest. You learn more about that kind of as you have a rest on a night time. You start getting flashbacks from the baby's perspective of Mads Mikkelsen, who plays the other kind of main character.
Yeah.
So you start getting flashbacks about how he gets into it and where this BB units come from. But it's actually really interesting.
You sell the game better than Sony does.
Yeah. So even though you do the delivery, even though you do the delivery section, like the delivery part of it is only just because they're saying whilst you're going to connect them to the grid, can you please bring them these supplies because they need it, because they've been cut off from us for that long. They need X, Y, and Z, and one of the main deliveries is to help repopulate, and it's like embryos and sperm and things like that, so that they can then get more obviously population when you get to the furthest point. But yeah, it's an interesting.
So would you recommend it then?
What?
Would you recommend it if I get a PS5?
Yeah, I'd definitely, especially if you can get it cheap and like in second hand or whatever now. Like I got it on PC for £11, which is what, about €14 or something on PC.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend it for that. 100%. It's very intriguing. I think you'll like the storyline. To be honest, it's a very good storyline. Specifically how they play out and the way people, because even when you see people, like you don't see them physically because people can't be out in the rain because they'll end up getting killed. They can't be outside and things like that. So you're seeing a hologram, and when you connect them back to the grid, the stronger your connection is to that particular outpost, the more they become connected. So then they become more physical, and then eventually they can kind of start doing more and more things. So yeah, it is. Because I was one of them people as well that looked at it and said, "That's not for me. That's definitely not my."
No, that's the same I had. But as you are telling it to me now, I'm really like, okay, that sounds interesting.
And the and even because there's a massive community, so it's an online game that isn't online. So basically, the entire world, when you're trying to go from point A to point B and go to the next outpost, it's really tough terrain. So you won't be able to get up a cliff edge unless you've got ladders, or if you've got a rope, or if you've got zip lines or climbing material. So if you don't have that on you, somebody in the universe, that's whether or not that's in China or Sweden or whatever, whoever else has played this game might have already put ladders there. So you can actually use the ladders that they've put in the game because everyone's in a connected world. And then you can
shared world. Yeah.
So then you can thank them for putting the ladders there, or you can thank them for putting a bridge over a big ravine or things like that. So
that's fun.
So if you do something, so if you put like a big bridge down over a massive river that you can't cross because you'll just lose everything, then you'll come back online the next time round, and loads of people will give you like a like and like thank you and things like that just for putting the bridge up to help them. So
that's fun.
And you unlock more things as you go. You unlock kind of different kinds of weapons and things like grenades that help kind of disperse the ghosts, and it is really intriguing.
Yeah. Australian Stewart agrees with me. They should hire you. Jim Ryan needs to give you some money to promote the game, Drew.
Well, because I can, because I sell it better than. Well, yeah, you go.
Yeah, you sell it better than Jim Ryan.
But yeah, so I'm pleasantly surprised by that at the minute. I've got about 9 hours into it so far, and I'm only just scratching the surface. I think it's about a 40 odd hour game. Really, really interesting. I'm looking forward to learning more about it as well, to be honest. Because I know I'm nowhere near the middle of it. I'm nowhere near the end of it. And everyone's got different rank systems, and you get different points you can distribute for different things and upgrade different bits of equipment.
Is it also crossplay? If I do it on the PS5 and you do it on PC, can I thank you?
Yeah. It's connected to Universe, yeah. Yeah, and everyone, like, they give you ranking for how well you've done and how many likes you've got and things like that, yeah. So everybody, if you go to a certain point of the map, if I can tell you where I've left certain ladders on the map, you will be able to go and find them ladders.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's absolutely awesome. Other than that, obviously played and finished the Gunk. Played and finished Halo Infinite. What else? I'm nearly like Shom. I haven't done the legendary playthroughs or anything like that because I'm waiting for co-op. I am not that good at legendary. I give it a break. I give Halo a break and played the Gunk because I had played like Halo multiplayer and then Halo campaign back to back and then more multiplayer. So I was like, I've played a lot of Halo recently. I'm going to give this a little bit of a break. So I went on, played the Gunk all the way through to the end. That was awesome. Obviously played a little bit of PUBG with Pat when he was on stream. Obviously played a lot of games on the 24-hour stream, like you say, Aliens Fireteam Elite, It Takes Two with General C, which ended up being my game of the year. Absolutely loved that game. What else?
Golf with Friends.
Fortnite, of
Golf
course.
with Friends.
What was that?
Golf with Friends.
Yes, Golf with Friends. Yeah, played that. Yeah. What else? See a little bit of Sea of Thieves, of course, on stream. Minecraft Dungeons I played. I've really dug into as many different things as possible. I love Minecraft Dungeons, and it has changed so much since the last time I played it. Jesus Christ, that has added so much more content.
I haven't played that in a while. What has changed?
Everything.
A lot.
There is so much more content on there now. Like, they've revamped the weapon system. They've revamped different armors. The entire village has given an overhaul. So there's loads of more different shops and trading facilities, and you can trade weapons and gift people things and receive gifts and different areas, different timed events, new maps, new locations, new bosses, new enemies. It is really, like, when I jumped into it, it was a bit overwhelming. There was so much more content there than at the beginning. Like, they've really supported that. Like, and that to a point now where I'm thinking I might need to do a fresh playthrough here and go through it all again, because there is so much more to it now. But it's awesome. And obviously you like Diablos and things like that, Boxy. So you would love...
I really enjoyed it at launch. I played a lot of Minecraft Dungeons when it came out, but I haven't played it in a while. So yeah, I'd be up for a co-op run.
Oh, definitely. There is just a lot. Like when you jump in, you'll be like, whoa, this thing has changed. But yeah. So that was awesome, and yes, we will eventually get on to our first topic. Thankfully, the topics today are pretty light anyway. It's a nice kind of easy way into the year. But we did have one kind of semi-major announcement today, and that is, of course, Ubisoft Plus is heading to Xbox. Of course, this was primarily a service or subscription service that was PC-centric at first. So I do believe, I don't know whether or not this is Ubisoft Plus the version that allows day one access to Ubisoft titles at launch. It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It allows access to all Ubisoft games day one on PC, of course, and all DLC day one.
Yes.
So,
which is awesome.
However,
this is the catching point. Of course, at the moment, people are used to paying the equivalent to UK £10.99 for Xbox Ultimate. Of course, Euro, I think was it 11-12 Euro or something?
$12.99.
$12.99.
It's $14.99.
Yeah.
I checked earlier, it was $14.99.
No, it's $12.99.
Okay.
Sure?
Yeah,
I was on the homepage earlier today.
You have German taxes.
US, I think US is $14.99. But Ubisoft Plus is $14.99. That'll probably divert into UK $14.99 as well, and EU $14.99. You know how it does when you do these reverse versions. If they start off at $10 over there, it'll be £10 here. We're not going to get the conversion rate. But yeah, so it's actually going to cost a little bit more than the cost of Game Pass, probably in the UK and Europe. So you will have to think whether or not you want to take up that subscription on a side note. The positive news, though, is, I suppose semi-positive news, is people will save money on the fact that Rainbow Six Extraction is joining Game Pass on day one on January 20th. So if you did have that pre-ordered and you weren't quite sure whether or not you wanted to continue to hold that pre-order, then of course now you can cancel it and just play it on Game Pass and save your money. Can't really see that.
For Broody.
Yeah, $12.99.
It's $12.99 in Holland, Broody. It's on the website, Xbox.nl. So
Okay, I have to check again because I was on the homepage. But hang on one second.
it's another reason to come to Holland, Broody. Better internet.
Better internet, cheaper Ubisoft Plus, and Mayo. So hang on one second.
The one thing I want to ask people here first and foremost is, firstly,
it's $14.99 here in Germany. $14.99 for the base version, and then it's $17.99 for the one that includes Stadia.
Oh, okay.
What, Stadia?
Yeah, there's another.
Ubisoft.
They have two tiers. They have the PC access and the multi access is the other one called.
Oh, we're talking about
and
Ubisoft Plus. Vin.
Ubisoft Plus.
Yeah, not the cost of
Oh,
Ultimate.
I thought you meant Gamepass.
Not Xbox Game. No. I'm talking Ubisoft Plus. Ubisoft Plus. Yeah, Game Pass Ultimate is $12.99 here too.
Yeah.
Say that then. For fuck's sake.
No reason. I'm staying in Germany.
This is brilliant. Seriously.
But man, I had my fair share of living in the Netherlands. I lived for like 10 months in Veldhoven, so
What?
yeah, I lived in Veldhoven for a while, for like 10
Veldhoven?
months.
Veldhoven.
Veldhoven. Yeah.
But yeah, the question I want to ask the panel first and foremost is whether or not this is a service you would likely invest in. Is it something that you're willing to put more money down to get access to Ubisoft titles day one, so that you don't have to purchase them, of course, at full price, and potentially risk what we know is either a love-hate relationship with Ubisoft games. Some of them are amazing, some of them not so much. So you really get a mixed bag with Ubisoft, and obviously we know this. And there has been a lot of times in the past where I've invested in a Ubisoft title and I've just been like, I'm pretty upset that I've spent full price on this, but it is what is. What has happened now. Or they've had a lot of online issues, or they've had kind of performance issues and things like that, and it's took a while for them to get the game running, and by that point it's been forgotten. But Shom, is Ubisoft Plus something that would be interested in investing in? Is it something that you would add to your monthly outgoings instead of purchasing Ubisoft games up front?
No. Not at all.
Nope, not at all.
Maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But the state that Ubisoft's in now, it doesn't interest me at all. You can kind of say, well, you know, Shom, you've got Splinter Cell. I'll be buying that no matter what anyway. So, and I just don't. The magic of Ubisoft is dead now. Like I've said in previous podcasts, is that I don't get excited for Ubisoft E3 anymore.
Yeah.
No?
No. The one of the best things about Ubisoft E3 was always like the end. What was the amazing new thing that they were going to announce? You know, and it was normally something that was thinking outside the box, something that you hadn't seen before in terms of gaming. And now it's just Avatar. I mean, Avatar looks okay, but it's not like, you know, when
we don't know what Avatar is, so how can you say that?
No, but when you look at things like Watch Dogs, when that first was revealed, I know there's a lot of things behind, you know, kind of like the downgrades and stuff, but when you look at you, that looks amazing. Same with The Division. When they announced the announcement trailer for that, it's just like, oh, what is that? No, I really want to know what that is. I can't wait to find out more. Avatar, I'm like, it'll be all right. There's nothing special. And looking at the catalog, there's nothing that is there that I'll go, oh yeah, I need to pay a monthly subscription to make sure that I can always access this game. I mean, the Rainbow Six, I was looking at that going, there's no way I'm paying full price for that, because that's just them fleshing out a limited time event that they had a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they've just turned that into a full game. That's not a full game's worth of thing. Now it's coming to Game Pass. I'm like, well, I'll probably play that now, because I wouldn't have bought it. There wasn't enough there, but as it's on Game Pass, I will play it. I'll probably have a bit of fun, and then I'll drop it like I was dropped as a kid. No, I'm joking.
That got dark.
You know what I mean? They don't have anything there that I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to make sure that my subscription doesn't run out.
Yeah. What would
Like
you
even with
on a
yeah, go on.
on a side question then, if they were, because they did mention in their post it is a separate subscription, however, we have more details on this going forwards because they needed to elaborate, but also keep it slightly vague so that what would your thoughts be then if, for instance, Game Pass had an additional tier that included Ubisoft Plus in there, but it discounted Ubisoft a little bit? Would you then upgrade Game Pass to have the one that included Ubisoft Plus, which was then discounted, or not?
Probably not. If they had something, so say that they go, right, for an extra $5 a month, you can have Ubisoft or whatever you want to call it, that acts as a EA access where you will get the game 6 to 12 months later.
Yeah,
I might be interested in that. But when you look at the cost of Ubisoft Plus at the moment, that's like, what, 15 odd quid a month?
Yeah.
And I can't see them doing a cheaper version for consoles, because it's the consoles that always get shafted. It's the PC that will then kick off going, hang on a minute, why are console people paying £7 a month, we're paying 15, or 10 quid a month and we're paying 15? So I can't see them doing a discounted version.
Well, for instance,
where you get all the
if they put it in, say, put Game Pass Ultimate plus Ubisoft Plus, and it was £20 as opposed to £10, and obviously that it saves you £5 on the Ubisoft version. What would that be a no from you, or
still a no? I won't go more than the £5, and I'd go for a £5 with the EA Access model rather than getting the game and the DLC. Unless they started bringing out quality games, then I'd change my mind. If they started bringing out games that I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to play that. You're right, Box. You look like you're about to say something.
Yeah, I mean, I put up a Twitter poll earlier, about 2 hours ago, on what would people pay for that subscription service, and I already have 240 votes. So, yeah, it's probably not representative, but we can get an early estimate. And a lot of people said, 38% said $5 per month, like 23% said they would pay 10. Only 8% would pay 15. Yeah, and 31% said they are not interested at all. So
I'm one of the 31.
I'm not paying more for Ubisoft Plus than I do for Game Pass, where I get infinitely more for my money worth.
And that's the
thing that they need to balance. That's the thing that they need to sort out. Whether Microsoft subsidize it, so it makes it cheaper for us guys. Who knows? But there isn't enough content there to warrant.
The thing is, as well, is if they did an actual currency conversion correctly, and we were to get Ubisoft Plus for £10 and not £15, which I can't see happening. And of course, as Boxy said, it's already €15. So, so it's like for like into American dollar, even though the actual conversion would be far less. Sounds like we're going to be paying 15 quid as opposed to £10, which is what it theoretically should be. Or
can I pay like 10 quid or 12 quid or whatever it is for Game Pass Ultimate, which includes my online and my Game Pass?
Yeah, and
so
PC.
Why would I pay more?
And PC,
and PC, yeah, PC and streaming.
Yeah.
So why would I pay £5 more for 2 or 3 games a year with DLC?
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
You know what it is, though? At the same time, I think...
Which are always on sale, like a month after release. They
exactly, yeah. You can get them really dirt cheap throughout the year.
What I think as well is they're probably, and I can't see that subscription price level either working out well for Ubisoft Plus currently, which is potentially why they're bringing it to Xbox, because they need more users to really justify it. I think they're going to have to go through a pricing restructure personally, because I don't think, as much as people say $15.99 is not bad for day one access, when you consider the amount of titles Ubisoft actually release on a yearly basis, $15.99 a month isn't the greatest of prices either, because you're not going to want everything that Ubisoft release. Like, are you going to have time to play through 4 massive open world games per year? No. Are you going to want to play
including
through
all
4
DLC?
Ubisoft open world titles per year? Probably not.
That's it. I've not even finished Valhalla. I'm not even anywhere close to playing that, and that's like a year old because you have to think that Microsoft's
eating,
competing with their own. Yeah, I'm eating. This is really nice, actually. Cadbury's White with popping candy.
Oh yes.
Let me show you. I've got-
Oh, there he is. What's that?
Ooh. Oh, the marvelous creations. Yeah, they're tremendous. Them
Really nice.
What
yeah.
is that? Is that candy or is that chocolate with candy?
chocolate, yeah.
Yeah,
Chocolate
it's,
with
it's
popping
white
candy in.
chocolate. It's white chocolate
Oh.
though, rather than a normal, because they do have just a normal milk chocolate. Anyway, we digress. My mouth was just popping with candy now. It's like,
Well, welcome to 24 Kitchen.
but yeah, I mean, it's like that. I think Microsoft would be silly to have it as a full price Ubisoft thing because they're competing with themselves, right? Because Ubisoft's idea is they want people to be playing their games pretty much all the time, which is why you see these games that are so big now, that are so padded out with side quests and collect this, collect that, that they want you to be playing for hundreds of hours on their games. So if it was just it's there on the service, some people might subscribe to it, but for me, it's not value for money at that price.
Yeah, I've got to agree.
Okay.
I've got to agree at that price.
May I jump in?
Yeah, of course you can. Jump
You
in.
may.
Go on.
Okay. I was really thinking a lot about it. I love the Ubisoft games. I know a lot of people like to shit on the Ubisoft open world formula. I think it works, and they are using it in a lot of their games because it is a good formula. I agree with Shom that they are lacking a little bit of innovation there, but then we don't give them enough credit because they had a couple of very innovative games, like Immortals Phoenix Rising last year was awesome, and we haven't had a game like that in a long time. So it's not entirely true that they don't innovate. The thing is about value. It really comes down to simple math. How many Ubisoft games do you play? You basically get like 3 full-priced Ubisoft games or like 2 full-priced Super Duper Edition Ubisoft games. And if you play those each year, the service has value for you. Plus, you get all the other games that have been previously released.
So that's €170 a month. I mean, a year. Sorry.
Yeah, that's like I said,
That's not
2
worth
super.
it. A year.
100. That's €180 a month, a year, and that's like 3 full-priced regular games or 2. They call it the Golden Super Double Deluxe editions and whatever. They cost like €100 now. So yeah, that's basically the value you get. Yeah. So do I pay for that? I usually play 2 Ubisoft games a year. Not always. I buy all DLC, so it's probably not worth €180 for me, but it's close to. I would be paying 10. Because then I would get the value out of it. I buy 2 Ubisoft games a year. I would buy. I would get the value out of it.
10, but I wouldn't pay 15.
Yeah.
It sounds silly.
I
You pay
agree
10
on
a
that.
month?
It
You pay
sounds
10 a month, Drew?
£10 I wouldn't pay 15. It sounds silly, but
Yeah.
at the moment, obviously we have especially when I'm running a show like this, I pay for StreamYard Pro to get obviously that on and the highest quality kind of picture and things on there. I've got Streamlabs, the Pro thing on here to make sure that I can multi-stream and things like that. Then I've got the Netflix subscription. I've got Amazon Prime. I have Spotify. I have Xbox
Disney
Game Pass
Plus.
Ultimate. Yeah, I've got Game Pass Ultimate. Like all of these subscription things that are topping up on top of each other.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, am I first and foremost? There is select Ubisoft games that I like, but not a lot of Ubisoft games that I want to spend my time on. So specifically with the fact that a lot of their titles are, I wouldn't say the same, but they're just very big games. And when you've got to really think about where you're placing your time with your games and where your spare time, the very limited spare time you do actually get the game on a weekly basis. Obviously, when it specifically comes to us lot, and we play a lot of community games and multiplayer games as well, we always get sidetracked by that. So we'll jump on, we'll have like an hour or so playing this campaign that we've been playing, or maybe it's 2 hours, and then we'll end up playing PUBG or Halo or Forza or Sea of Thieves or Fortnite. We'll end up playing a community game together and things like that. So that'll drag away from time we've got with campaigns. And obviously,
I will correct myself on one thing.
Yeah.
Just thinking about sorry to interrupt. It would be something I would be willing to drop in and out of.
Yeah.
Subscribe for a month or two and then drop it until something else comes
that's
out.
a good
It's
point.
Not something
That's a
I
very good
have
point,
as a permanent.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you pay obviously if a
agree on
big
that,
game come out, instead of paying full price for that game, you just pay £10. You've
Exactly.
got it for the month. You've got the game.
Yeah.
Boom, and then cancel.
And then once all DLC is out, you probably get another month and play those as well.
Yeah.
That's definitely a fair thing. Mr. Joanna Dark, shout out to him in the chat. Brought up a good point. They have a couple of really great games coming. You already mentioned Splinter Cell. We also have the Avatar game. We have the Star Wars game. On top of all the regulars, like the next Assassin's Creed, the next Watch Dogs, and so on. They said they make Immortals and the URP. So I don't think that Ubisoft has nothing worth playing. And actually, they have a lot of fantastic games coming over the course of the next 2 years. We have Beyond Good and Evil 2 also coming. So yeah, there's definitely value in there. Yeah, okay. I don't know whether that will come out in the next 2 years. I give you that. But in the end, it's always a possibility to subscribe and unsubscribe again. I think that's the most basically the idea of all subscription services, that you don't do that. We do it with so many things. I have subbed to the fitness park here over there. I have a subscription, but I never go. So it's just
I used to go take a shower at the gym because €9 a month at the gym is cheaper than using gas at home at least.
I see. Money is really tight in Vin's house. Calculated shower prices yet, but anyway, you get my point.
Goes to Dreamcast games.
What? No, Shom, you can't say that.
I said all your money. You go to the gym to shower because you're saving your money for your Dreamcast games.
Yeah. Oh, you say? Oh, yeah. I thought you said sell your Dreamcast games. No, I won't do that. Man.
But no,
stink instead.
My point specific.
I'd rather stink.
My point specifically on that though is more the time invested in their games, and their games are all big open. The vast majority are big open world games that take a lot of like Sean mentioned. Valhalla's the best part of a 70-hour game, and that's like I've got 77 hours in the campaign and I haven't finished all of it. I finished the main section and then left it. I haven't done any of the DLCs because I haven't had the time to go back and play them. But I finished the main campaign and a fair chunk of the some of the side quests. But that's 77 hours, and if you throughout the entire year, I haven't got 4 full chunks of 77 hours to put into big open world games specifically. They've really got to interest me, and that's where I take a finite kind of thing on which game's going to get that attention this year. Which game have I really got or really want to invest that time into? And Ubisoft, like I say, it's not a bad problem to have, but they've got too many of the same type of thing, which is these big open world worlds to invest your time in. And that to me is why I wouldn't pay £15 a month, because I wouldn't get the most out of all of those games because I don't have the time to play these big worlds. If it was like Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which not only gives you these big open worlds, but then gives you these nice little indie titles that you can spend 4 or 5 hours on, or 2 hours, or these multiplayer games, or these AA games, these 10-hour things, or 8-hour things, then you've got a variety of different levels of games you can be playing. Whereas a lot of these Ubisoft games are either big service games or big open world games. And it's either, if I'm paying £15 a month, am I going to be having the time to play all these big games? It's unlikely. Vin, I know you've been spoken about this. You said no, you wouldn't pay it, but what's your overall thoughts on the service coming to Xbox, and at what price point would you consider it?
Well, I wouldn't consider it at all. That's what I voted on Boxenberger's poll as well.
Yeah.
There's a couple of games, I like from Ubisoft.
Yeah.
But for me, it's pretty simple, They're like 10 till 20 euros, like 2 months after release, right? And
Fair point. Fair point.
And I haven't finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Origins, I still need to finish. I haven't started Valhalla yet. So I have a backlog here, like 1,000 games I still need to play, and I can't justify it. And it's for me, it's pretty simple. There are so many games I want to play, but Ubisoft titles are fun games, but they're not, for me, mostly not the top games I need to play, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm now really having fun. Like Erwin says, I'm a pony boy at the moment, but
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the PlayStation at the moment. The Last of Us 1 and 2 was great. Final Fantasy 7 remake is really, really good.
Yeah.
I think it's after Skies of Arcadia, it's now my favorite RPG.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the game. And then I have the Horizon Zero Dawn to go, and what's the other? Days Gone, I think it's called, with the motorcycle
Yes.
guy.
Oh, definitely play Days Gone. Highly underrated game. I absolutely love that game.
You said it, so I'm gonna play that as well. But and on my Xbox now, with Mafia the Definitive Edition, and I have so many games. Yakuza Like a Dragon. I still need to finish all of them. So why would I take a Ubisoft sub for games I won't play?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's kind of my problem. The games aren't bad, but it's not like the top quality games I still need to finish.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're great games, but they're not must plays.
No, exactly. And I watched Boxenberger's latest video, from the roadmap from 2022. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's only a couple of games that really interest me. But 2022 is more a year for me to get rid of my fucking backlog.
Yeah.
Then, because I'm more excited for 2023, the games that come 2023.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with that. And 2022 is gonna be a year I'm gonna finish my backlog, and that's it. There's a couple of games I'm really excited for, but that's another topic in the show. And Boxenberger wants to go there, so. But no, I wouldn't consider the Ubisoft stuff. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's understandable. Patche, are you in the same boat, or what's your thoughts?
Yeah, no. Like you guys said, probably I will not pay like 15 euros for it. But I don't think also even getting it, because if you see the amount of games that you have on Game Pass, we've been playing that for we almost playing every game on that, and still enjoying it.
Yeah.
And also what Finn says, the prices drops really quick after it releases.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Ubisoft games on my console, so why should I purchase this subscription if I have the games and I don't even play them a lot? So it's really no.
I have the same.
To be honest, yeah. So no, I will not consider it to buy it. No.
Yeah, I think I probably end up reverting to what Shom did personally. I think I might jump in and get like a month when a game comes out for £10 and or £15, whatever it is. Get a month, play the game that I want to play instead of buying it, and then cancel the subscription at the end of the month. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing.
But after that month, the game is on sale for that same £10-15.
But at that, you know where it is though. with me, if I haven't went out and physically purchased it at launch, the likelihood that I'll go out and buy that game in the future is slim to none.
Same.
Like it's like I won't wait for it to come into sale. If I wasn't interested enough for it to go and buy it at launch, then it's very rare that in the future I'll go, yeah, I'll get that. Like I bought Far Cry 5
I know what you mean.
a few months back for like £7 or something in the sale, and I haven't turned it on. I just got it to have it in the backlog, just to have the Far Cry collection completed. One day I might get to it, but it's not something that I'll go into soon, you know. And that's the problem with that. Like, if I don't have the intention of buying it, the likelihood is I probably never will. I'll probably get it. It depends on how much Phoenix Rising is and things like that. But I might get it to play that plus its expansions and Riders Republic, which I haven't got, but I've heard great things about. So I'll probably play them for a little bit. But
Nice game.
outside of that, I don't think I'll be, unless they do something miraculous with like an add-on for Gamepass Ultimate where they change the price to £15 UK instead of £10. I might consider that, but I wouldn't add another £15 on my annual expenditure per month for the sake of a couple of games a year. It wouldn't add the value. But I think that's the point. Does it add value to you? And of course, everyone's got their own perspective. Again, shout out to Mr. Joanna Dark. He obviously loves a lot of the Ubisoft games. He didn't like Valhalla, which is fine. I've heard a lot of contrasting opinions. Obviously, naturally, I love Norse and Norse mythology. I love the history surrounding it. So I love the way that they did Valhalla based in the UK. I obviously recognised a lot of the sites and things that they were going to. Of course, places like Jorvik, which is obviously York, the old term for York, which was nicely done in the game, and saying all of that. And yeah, it was a great game, but it wasn't for everybody, and a lot of people didn't like Valhalla or got bored by it, and it's understandable. But that is unfortunately the same perspective that a lot of people get for the rest of their games, is they'll play them for a bit but then get bored. It's just one of those things. So if it adds value to you, then great. Obviously, we're never going to be shirking options. The fact that this is coming to console is great that we have more options. But I think price-wise, it does need a revision. I don't think they can launch Ubisoft Plus on console and keep it on PC for $15 a month. I don't think that's a price that is warranting the amount of releases they have per year. I don't think it justifies that price. I think if they were pumping out games left, right, and center, it would be a different story. But they're not. Before we go into the next topic, shout out to Mr. Joanna Dark for becoming a channel member. Thank you very much for that, brother. Means a lot, of course. Every little helps. Keeps the channel running. Helps to pay for these fancy graphics and everything, and allows us to bring this content to you on a weekly basis. So thank you very much for that.
One more, and Dutch shaves his beard.
No. No, the beard does not. There is never going to be an option where the beard gets removed.
Or you can shave your head, Finn.
Here, look, I already shaved it. Look.
You need to go all the way. All the way. That's the start. That's the start, man. I had the same.
Oh, this is marriage. This is marriage.
I give you 2 years, and then it's all gone.
Rudy has them as well. Look.
Yeah, I'm not getting any younger, so.
But hey, see, next major topic.
Boing.
The next major topics for today, of course, is discussing our most anticipated games for 2022 and then our platform hopes for 2022. So when I'm discussing platform hopes, is what we want to see. I want a Dutch beard in the merch store. I don't know whether they can sell beards.
Do it, Drew. Do it. Like this carnival thing.
Yeah. One that you wrap around the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when we're talking platform hopes for 2022, it's what we want to see from Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Not just in terms of games, but maybe something else from them as well for the year. And what we hope they can bring to 2022 to top 2021. Of course, we always hope that whatever the company does the previous year, that they're going to better the year after or improve upon in some way, shape, or form. That can mean in terms of games, features, services, additions to software on the consoles, or new technologies, or whatever it is. But first of all, and we'll dive into our most anticipated games for 2022, of course. Boxenberger, we know you've released that awesome roadmap for Xbox games for 2022, and what we can look to expect there. What are your, and not just on Xbox, but what your most anticipated games on all platforms for 2022?
Oh, there are a lot.
Yeah.
there are really a lot. 2022 is going to be a massive massive year for games. And I've said it. PlayStation, Xbox will both have a great year. Nintendo is going to have probably also a good year. But the third parties are shining this year. We have so many awesome third-party games coming. Gotham Knights is coming. Warner Brothers is going to kill it. Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, and the Hogwarts Legacy game.
Yes, yeah,
that's going to be awesome.
Forward to that.
Yeah, really.
Harry Potter game?
Yes, yeah. Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay, yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
That's Harry Potter. Yeah, okay,
yeah. And since I'm a massive RPG fan, I'm super excited that this is going to be an open world RPG. They said that gonna be awesome. Gotham Knights, super pumped for that. The Arkham series is probably one of my all-time favorites. I love them. I love me some Batman, and now playing as all the other characters is going to be a lot of fun. It's definitely up there in my anticipation. I was a little bit skeptical about the Suicide Squad choice from Rocksteady, but then Rocksteady never made a bad game. So, and they have made one of my all-time favorites with Arkham City and the entire Arkham series. So yeah, I have to be excited for that. And what we have seen so far actually convinced me. It looks a lot of fun, like a mixture in between Sunset Overdrive and the Arkham games. So that's definitely going to be awesome. But there's also, like I said, many other third-party games coming. On the Xbox side of things, I'm definitely super pumped for Starfield. Skyrim, one of the best games ever made. And now I have Skyrim in space. So in my head, it's kind of like a mixture between Skyrim and Mass Effect. Yeah. So my two favorites merged together. It's gonna be awesome. What is so funny?
No, I was shaking no, and Drew was shaking yes.
Yeah, so he was saying Skyrim's one of the best games ever made, and he said no, and I was like, yes. Like, I haven't played it since.
I have the timeout card for Vin right here. Yeah. So.
Wait, Broody, you're gonna need it in my turn. Watch me.
Timeout. So. Yeah, but then I'm also super excited for Stalker 2. Stalker back in the days on PC was really like a hidden gem. Not a lot of people played it. It was always kind of overshadowed by Crysis, but Stalker was awesome. And this time it comes with a big open world. Well, it was open world before, but open worlds changed over the last 15 years. So I'm really looking forward to that. Unreal 5 engine, probably the first proper game, AAA game outside of Fortnite, running in Unreal 5. So I'm really, really pumped for that. But then on PlayStation, we also have Horizon. Horizon Zero Dawn was probably my favorite game of PlayStation game on the from last generation. I really, really loved that game, so I'm super excited for that one. God of War is coming. We think so. I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think so. Yeah, hopefully. We had that discussion the other day on Boom's show. But usually I would say no, it's not coming. But Sony needs a game this fall. They cannot have another holiday season without a major game. This year they will have
the effects of that this year. Like the fact that the Xbox was the highest selling platform out of pretty much all of them outside of Switch.
Sure.
But even then, I think Series S outsold the Switch in some circumstances. The fact that Xbox
the sales this fall were kind of not really. We shouldn't read too much into it because they were mainly dominated by availability. Simply the fact
I was going to say the one thing I did see though, and I don't know whether or not Xbox had intentionally planned that, but did you notice just before Christmas there was a big wave of Xbox Series X consoles got jumped?
Oh, 100% they planned that. Smart thing to do. Get the hype up, get the excitement up, get those people running out, get the console. People talk about that then on social media. That's definitely planned. But the thing is, this fall we still will have the shortage of consoles, but it will get a lot better. They will have to start now to actually fight for the customers to buy the consoles. This will start this fall, and going into 2023, it's going to be even more important when consoles hopefully will get regularly available. So they kind of need that game this fall. So yeah, we shall see if God of War comes out. Nintendo is what Nintendo does. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is coming. Definitely a must play. What else outside of that do they have? Yeah, but I'm not interested in Pokemon. Not my game. That's really
you damaged Drew now.
No, to be fair, Pokemon Arceus Legends is the game that I hoped they would make Pokemon into when they released a proper home console. Obviously, I still hope to see them really push on with a big, high-budget Pokemon in the future on a console that is worthy. Because every Nintendo game is still massively held back by the inferior hardware, and I don't care what they say. Obviously, the wizards at Nintendo are still managing to pull miracles to get these games to run and look as good as they do on such poor hardware. But you can only just imagine what these guys can do given hardware that is on par with Xbox and PlayStation. Imagine if they had the hardware that Xbox and PlayStation had, the games that they would be able to create would be insane.
But Drew, at this rate, in 2 months, Nintendo Switch will pass PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah,
they will pass them. They will pass the 120 million.
I think lifetime sales.
There's really no reason why they need another console right now. The thing is, for me with Nintendo right now, I hold a lot of nostalgia for Nintendo. Growing up, I was definitely a Nintendo kid. I had the Sega consoles, but I was a Nintendo kid. So I have a lot of
time out.
That's another story. It's not that I didn't like the Sega consoles, but to this day I don't know anyone outside of my YouTube Twitter world that actually had a Sega console. I was the only kid in the school who had a Sega console. I was never able to talk about the games with anyone. I was never able to share games, trade games. That was really the issue why I played a lot more Nintendo.
Sega.
Yeah, I know. Okay, but moving on. The thing is, Nintendo, I would love for them to do a little bit more for the hardcore gamers. The core gaming community. I just don't feel at home anymore there. They release the old games over and over again, and yeah, I'm part of the problem. I still bought the Super Mario 3D collection, but yeah, you know what I mean. Give me one of those hardcore gaming experiences. Zelda is is in that vein. I would love finally the Metroid to come out. That is going to be what I'm really looking forward to. Give me, for instance, a new Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart 8 is what now? 8 years old. It's time to get one. It came out on the Wii U. So yeah, Nintendo. It's Nintendo. I'm not a big Pokemon fan. It's not that I'm saying it's a bad game. It's just not for me. Pokemon doesn't have me excited this year. Zelda it does, but that's probably the only thing. So there's really a lot to look forward to this year. It's gonna be a fantastic year, and I've said, and before I hand it off to someone else, I've said it before, 2022 and 2023 will be the years that will really benefit from all the delays that we had over the last 2 years. Because all those pandemic delays, are now coming out either in 2022 or 2023. Next year is going to be even more crazy, But there are so many great games coming. Elden Ring is coming. Dying Light 2 is coming. We have Redfall coming this summer. It's gonna be awesome. It's a fantastic year, and my own biggest question will be, how can I find the time to play all those games?
Yeah, that is the
question.
problem. Yeah, that is the problem.
Well, you can retire, Rudy, like Boomstick.
I wish I could do that. But unfortunately, I have a family to feed. I have my loan to pay off, and I can't retire just yet.
No, got a lot of
I have
years to
another
go.
30 years.
That's what happened then.
You know, like I agree with Boxy, because like, if you see the games that we have now that just came out before the holidays and stuff, Halo, Forza Horizon 5, and the games that are still coming, it's crazy. Like, there are so many games that we're definitely gonna play. We got Crossfire X coming, of course.
But is that launching with the campaign? That's my question.
No.
Because nobody.
Yes, it is
No.
launching with the
Yeah, it
campaign,
is.
but the campaign is not
isn't in
included in
Game
Game Pass. So the
Okay.
campaign is coming, but it's not included in Game Pass.
Okay, but
Okay.
I
I'm
actually
only
put that
interested
question.
in the campaign.
I actually put that question up on Twitter today. What is up with that? I mean, we get the game is free to play. The battle pass of the multiplayer is included in Game Pass, so we kind of get half of the game included in Game Pass, and the other half, the campaign that we are all looking forward to, is not included, and it's the only exclusive Xbox exclusive that isn't coming day one into Game Pass. So what's up with that?
Yeah,
So you have two different installs then,
yeah.
I guess.
Probably.
It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird, but
Well, I'm gonna
But
buy
they-
the campaign then, because Remedy makes quality, so I'm gonna buy it.
I agree. They make, but here comes the thing again. This year, developers really have not just to fight for our money to buy them; they have to fight for our time, and time is money. Because I was thinking, like, okay, what do I have to play in February? I have to play Horizon. I have to play Dying Light 2. I'm
Ring.
forgetting one big Elden Ring. Thank you. Is coming. So
Is
do I
it
have
also
time?
February?
Yeah, all in February. So do I have the time for a single player game? I can play the single player game anytime. So yeah, I can wait for sale, wait for it to come to Game Pass, and I won't get bored at all. It's probably going to hurt their player base a lot. I think, especially when you launch in February, which is one of the craziest months in years, to be honest. When you launch in the middle of that with kind of an underdog game, you're gonna get crushed, or you come to Game Pass.
Maybe they will then, or not. Is it definitely not coming then?
No, it's.
They said it's not coming.
Yeah, it's not coming to Game Pass.
Maybe they will, like, after a while.
Yeah, like I said, in a couple of months. So yeah,
exactly.
I think they want to try and buy. I think they want to try and get sales before they go in Game Pass for some reason. That's Remedy, but
Yeah, same with Control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on,
Yeah,
Pat.
no.
Continue. Sorry, bro.
Yes.
Also, the game that I'm really looking for, because I'm a fan of Harry Potter, so I'm looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy for sure. I've seen the movie so many times, and yeah, definitely gonna play the game for sure. Let me see. I have a list here. Also, a Plague Tale, of course.
Oh,
A Plague Tale. That's like the first one. Like that was really an amazing game. So, and if you guys seen the trailer, of course, of the second game,
Oh man, yeah.
I think it's gonna be crazy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Moment of silence
Starfield.
for Leon.
Sorry.
You
A
go.
moment of silence for Leon, the dog.
Yeah.
I totally forget that. Good call here. A Blake Tale, awesome.
Yeah, man. So
You go.
and which was the other one? Let me see. There was another game that I was looking for.
Stalker 2.
Yes, Stalker 2. Yes, good one, Finn. That's the one that I was looking for. So yeah, that are probably most of the games that I'm looking for on the on this year.
Yeah.
But like I said, like we still have games that came out like last month or the month before. We're still playing that, so like it's insane. Like the games that we have and that we can play, and it's crazy. So
Yeah.
and it's like Boxy also said, like you don't even have the time for it to play all these games, and it's crazy. It's crazy, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this year.
I can still pull out my COVID card at work. I haven't used it yet, so.
But still, I think even if you like, for example, if you have holiday for like maybe 2 weeks, I don't think you have the time still to play all these games. So it's just crazy. It's insane.
Yeah, 100%. Before we continue, of course, shout out to Crazy Louie Gaming, who has also become a channel member and is now obviously a channel a moderator as well.
Thank you, Mr. Dark.
Yeah, a moderator as well. So Crazy Louie Gaming, Mr. Joanna Dark, and of course a resub from Marion the Mad earlier as well. So thank you very much to new channel members, and of course Marion for the resub. Awesome. But Vin, what are your most anticipated games across all platforms for 2022?
Well, here comes the thing. As much as I love Xbox, this is going to be the year of PlayStation, I think. First of all, my most anticipated game is Forspoken. I really like what I see there.
That's a good one to pick. I'm looking forward to do that as well. Yeah.
And about the same level, I have Stalker 2, which I'm gonna play on the Xbox, of course, because it's in Gamepass. And
it's exclusive. You can play it on PlayStation.
Oh, it's exclusive, Stalker 2.
It's exclusive, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's my second favorite, almost first, but it's a bit of a battle between Forspoken and Stalker 2 for me.
Yeah.
But then we have Horizon Zero Dawn, which is looking amazing. And after I finish Final Fantasy VII Remake on my stream, I will do the first one, the Horizon game. That is looking great. And for the rest of the year, it's a bit shallow for me. I mean, a lot of people are looking forward to Starfield or Harry Potter. I don't give anything about Harry Potter. I really.
What about Avatar?
Don't care.
The new
Avatar this
FIFA
year as
is
well?
coming this year. Guess
No,
what?
No. I'm not playing. As much as I like to tease you with it, Broody, I'm not getting FIFA anymore, man. I'm done with it. It's I'm not gonna buy it anymore. There's no final edition anyway, so no, but it became even more terrible than the last year. So I'm done with it now.
So no of the other games get you excited. No Elden Ring, no Dying Light.
Elden Ring. I get Elden Ring and stuff. That
Saints Row. What about Saints Row?
No.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
No. I'm not
Starfield.
excited. No.
Avatar.
No.
No Gotham Knights.
No,
No Redfall.
Redfall is a game with the vampires, right? That's the one.
Yeah, that's coming in the summer.
That's
It's
coming summer.
Borderlands-esque
Yeah.
from what we hear.
Yeah.
Well, but I like that trailer, so I'm looking forward to that. But you know, if I'm gonna be honest, that I think 21 was a little bit better than 22, and 23 will top 21 and 22 combined. That's my take. I'm looking more to 2023.
Yeah.
With Perfect Dark, Hellblade 2, Everwild, Fable. Those games. Perhaps maybe SOCOM is coming. The
I think
rumor
you'll
is
see
going that
State of Decay
SOCOM.
3 in 2023 as well.
Yeah, State of Decay 3 exactly. That's game also. I really like 2. I'm probably one of the few people here, but I really like State of Decay 2.
Oh no, I'm a big fan. State
Yeah.
of Decay 2 was awesome.
I loved it, and
Yeah.
that's all 23. And 22 is, it's looking good. Don't get me wrong, but most games are not for me personally. I mean, if you like, the games that you guys like, like Harry Potter, the Skyrim type games, it's a good year, but not for me. It just isn't for me. I'm looking to, I want 2023 to come. It's also the year that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes. It's also 23. So.
No, you're being,
You
you're
think
being-
so?
No.
No. They are not putting that out before Final Fantasy 16, and 16 is probably a 23 title, so don't expect
Is that-
part 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Part
okay.
two's another 3 years away, at least.
Yeah, 24, 25, something like that.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but and then what? Twisted Metal, that's a game that's also coming. 23.
Yeah.
A remake of Twisted Metal. So I'm looking forward more to 23 than 22, to be honest. That is,
Yeah.
it's Stalker 2 for me, Forspoken. Those are my most anticipated games for this year.
What about Ghostwire Tokyo?
Yeah, it's the same with Deathloop, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's looking fun. I want to try it like in Gamepass, but it's not like I want to buy the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
We,
fair
I
enough.
mean, we had for my year was 21. With Psychonauts 2, that was a real surprise for me because normally I wouldn't have bought the game, but then Halo, Forza came. That stuff is for me. But Harry Potter and Starfield, I mean, I get that millions of people are looking forward to it, but those are not my type of games. I didn't like Skyrim at all. I don't like World of Warcraft. So yeah, I know.
I'm out again.
I
Every time you say you don't like Skyrim, you get a timeout.
I really dislike the game. I couldn't get into it. It's not for me. But I'm happy with it because this is my year of getting rid of the backlog.
Yeah.
Waiting for Stalker 2, Horizon Forbidden West, and Redfall probably. But and then in 2023, that's my year.
Yeah.
I want Hellblade 2. I want Everwild. Those are my type of games.
Good luck
Gear
with
6.
Everwild. That's not coming for 25.
Everwild's 2025, I think, at this point.
Also okay, but I want to. Give
But
her
I
as much-
know what you mean. I know what you mean. There's kind of a different type of games coming, but also you have to think that a lot of the big, especially Xbox games going forward, will be big RPGs.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the box to play RPGs on, especially Western
Yeah,
RPGs.
but what?
So we have your Avowed, Fable, In Exile.
Exactly, but Fable is 23. And
yeah,
Avowed
I agree.
and Avowed and Starfield are not my type of games. I really don't like the first person stuff, in RPGs. I really don't like it. I'm sorry, but if I get gear for my character, I want to see my character, grow in the gear and stuff like that. And Skyrim is so big, and I don't like it. I couldn't get into it. I have ADHD, and it's the same with The Witcher. You all love The Witcher 3, right? I started the game. You have this first part. Loved it. Then you go to the second part. You know, the second map. That is like 10 times the size of the first map you start in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, here, Finn, you can go there. You have 20 options. But 19 of the options, if you go there, you have to go to a route where there are enemies that, I say, one kill you. If you take the wrong route, you know. But I'm a guy that just goes from, ooh, look, maybe there's a treasure there. And then, you know, here, you're dead, fuck you.
Yeah.
I really dislike those type of games. I can't get it in. I can't play them.
Well,
it's
not
for
every
me.
game is for every gamer. That's
No,
what
exactly,
I always say.
exactly.
That's totally
that's
fine.
what I say. I mean, 2022 is a great year for people who like that type of games, you know. But at the Bethesda deal, there's one game that intrigues me, and that's Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Okay.
I want a Uncharted-like game, you know, with Indiana Jones. That's what I want. I don't care about Fallout. I don't care about Skyrim or Elder Scrolls. But Indiana Jones, that's my type of game. You know?
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Shomberlon.
I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Time me out. Time me out.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Sean, brother, your most anticipated games for 2022.
For 2022, it's always hard going last because everybody said everything. But
you were eating candy.
outside of kind of the ones that have gone through, like Starfield, Stalker 2, things like that. I'm looking forward to, although you said Plague's Tale, I'm looking forward to Plague's Tale. I'm looking for, hopefully it doesn't get pushed back, but I'm looking forward to the Dead Space remake. Hopefully at the end of the year. Dying Light 2, I'm looking forward to. Said Batman. I quite enjoy them, but I can't say I'm really, really looking forward to it. Outlast Trials. That's one that's not really been mentioned that I think would be quite a good one.
I didn't even know there was another Outlast.
Yeah, they're making a third one, and Trials is like a co-op.
Oh,
mode is a co-op.
Is there going to be more? Is there
one.
going to be more mechanics in this one? Because the previous two haven't really had many mechanics in terms of being able to do anything other than run away.
No, I think it's the Alien Isolation formula.
Yeah.
The whole horror genre of it is that you aren't this person that go around killing them all. It is you are just fighting for your life. You are trying to escape these overwhelming odds. So I can't see there being any other things unless you can do like a co-op kill where you can distract and somebody kill them from behind, or I don't know. But I'm guessing it's not going to be like that. I think there'll be kind of co-op elements in it, so that, you know, one person has to hold this lever and open the door for somebody else, then has to go to the next room to let the other person through, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I do enjoy those games. Really, really freaky. So yeah, they're one on my Xbox side. For PlayStation, it's probably going to be just Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't believe that God of War is coming this year.
Yeah.
Forbidden West.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. But I don't think God of War is coming this year.
Neither do I. As much as I would like it to, I don't think it is.
Oh yeah, I'd like it to. I don't see it coming this year at all. So yeah, I suppose I don't know when it's coming out, but Stray, that little funky cat game.
Yeah, I think that's this year as well. Actually,
I would say it's like, yeah, I don't like it's like an anticipated.
I think
to
so.
have it, but it's kind of a it's quite
Stray?
a cool, chilled game.
Stray.
Stray. A stray cat.
Okay.
Yeah, like you say, it's not like a most anticipated, but it's a game you're looking forward to jumping into.
Yeah, I mean, is it even an exclusive, or is it a timed exclusive? Or
I think it is an exclusive for PlayStation. I think it's one of their exclusive indie titles.
All right, okay.
Oh.
Much like we've got Tunic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, that Tunic as well, right? It's how long are we hearing about that game? Like 6, 7, maybe more years.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
And we played it already, yeah. So
that's why it's not on my list, because it has been pushed back so many times. I'm quite intrigued by it, but I'm not kind of holding out because it's only one guy doing it. You don't know what's going to happen to him.
Yeah,
He could get ill, or something in his life might happen. So hopefully it comes out this year, but I'm not holding my breath, kind of dying for it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So what's our speculations? Or Drew, let's hear your anticipations.
Yeah, so my most anticipated, of course, I would include God of War, but I also do not believe it's coming out in 22. I think they do need, like Archie was saying before, they do need it to come out for the end of the year. They do need it to come out for the end of the year in 2022, because they can't have another year where they miss another fall window. They can't do that, and not have a big game launch in the close of 22 would be ridiculous for 2 years running. So I think they'll do what they can to ensure that game comes out, but I also think that if that game isn't ready, they still won't release it. I think now Sony are under the impression that, and I think they've said this numerous times now, if the game's not ready, it's not coming. So yeah, I his Nintendo hat.
Yeah, that's not bad. Who is that?
So as much as I'd love it to come out, I'd also rather it be finished when it comes out and it not have issues. And thankfully, a lot of the PlayStation games are relatively polished when they come out. So yeah, that's an anticipated game, but I'm not holding my breath. Horizon Forbidden West, I am looking forward to. I'm not much on the Soulsborne type games, so Elden Ring's out the window for me. That's not interested in that at all. I am interested in Starfield, looking forward to that. Of course, when Skyrim first came out, I played through everything there. I put hundreds of hours into Skyrim, so I'm looking forward to seeing the space Skyrim and seeing what they do there. Of course, Pokemon Arceus Legends for me, because it is the game that I wanted them to make when they were discussing putting Pokemon on the Switch in the first place. Not just these rehashes of previous versions like Brilliant Diamond and Ruby Pearl or whatever it's called. None of that stuff where it's like really basic mobile style upgrades to the graphics. But that's the only Nintendo title I'm really looking forward to there. Breath of the Wild 2, that's another God of War thing. I'm not sure whether or not that's definitively coming out this year either. So we'll see. Plague Tale Requiem is one of the biggest ones for me this year. I am really looking forward to that. Stalker 2, cannot wait to see that. Just to see it, because the amount of the level of detail they've got in that game is insane.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing, because that is a next gen title, probably one of the first proper next gen only titles we'll see on consoles. So that's probably going to when we get the glance of what these machines can do. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Same with Plague Tale, of course. That's next gen only as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. Crossfire. Oh, you're muted again.
Sorry. All Xbox games this year,
Yeah.
outside of Crossfire, are next gen only.
Yeah.
There are no last gen games coming from Xbox, or with any games that they have partnered that are coming day one into Game Pass, like Stalker 2, Plague Tale. I consider those now third-party deals.
Yeah.
All these games next gen only. Redfall, Starfield, everything.
Yeah.
But isn't it about time we stop with next gen? Isn't it current gen now?
Yeah, current gen.
Yeah, current
it's all
gen.
current gen only.
Yeah.
Current gen only, and no last gen. Yeah, true.
It's over a year now. Come on.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
It's current
Current
gen.
gen. Yeah.
Yet?
Agreed.
So current gen.
No. No time out.
But yeah, so I'm not going to put Redfall in that category yet because I don't know enough about it or have seen it to know what that is.
Drew, timeout.
No, that's the reason I didn't say it, because I can't get excited over a CGI.
Yeah.
I can be intrigued by Starfield because that was all in engine.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't see any gameplay, I'm going to go, okay, that's potentially can be really good.
I mean, yeah,
But
and the fact that said
Redfall, I don't know
Skyrim
anything.
in space is kind of, you already know what to expect anyway. Like, right, well, I love the immersion and the RPG elements that they had in Skyrim, and right, yeah, okay, I can kind of imagine what this is going to be. Whereas with Redfall, we don't know.
Yeah, well, we had that big leak with Redfall. A lot of screenshots leaked from playtesters, so we know the look of it. We know the art style where they are going. We know that a lot of the playtesters described it as Borderlands-esque. So it's kind of a
but
Borderlands.
But third person. But third person.
No, it's first person shooter. The screenshots. Hang on, I'll have them saved. I can share them.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah.
Oh man, I saw some screenshots that were third person. I was like, yes, finally, some Gears of War type game, but in Saints Row
no.
art style. That was
Hang on, how can I share? I know how to share when I host the show. Can I also share?
Yeah, you should still have the share icon underneath.
Microsoft. No.
I see a share thing with a plus in it.
Yeah. Hang on.
Yeah.
I don't. There it is. Share. So, do I share it?
Yep, 2 seconds. Just putting it in now. There we go.
Oh.
So, these are
okay.
the leaked screenshots from. I'm just skipping through them real quick. These are the screenshots that leaked. So it's all first person. Yeah. They kind of have bad resolution, so they might appear small. I only have. That's the guy who leaked it. So yeah, that's basically what we know. So we kind of have an idea what to expect here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is for me. It's just a cartoony Fallout. So. There goes my anticipation. Thank you, Rudy.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that, because that is what has me excited the most. Otherwise, I would say, okay, another generic shooter. The thing is, arcade games are always special. They always have that unique gameplay elements, those unique flair. They are just something different. If you play a game,
that's the reason I'm happy that Bethesda joined. Xbox, because it's coming to Game Pass. I wouldn't want to buy it now.
Atomic Heart is another one. Crazy Louis reminded me of. Yes, Atomic Heart, 100%. 100%. That is just
Atomic Heart?
Yes. That game looks just wacky. Really
is that an indie title then or something?
No. Well, yeah, technically it is classed as an indie title, but it is a AAA indie title.
Like It Takes Two then?
Yeah, bigger than that. Bigger than that. It's insane. I think it's by a Russian developer, if I'm not wrong. But it's wild. It's more graphically along the lines of your Stalker 2. Like it's
I think I remember it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was on a showcase last time.
Yes.
Oh. Bye, Rudy.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, he'll be back shortly.
I'll finish it, Sean.
You press the wrong button.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, that looks insane. So yeah, shout out for that one, Crazy Louis.
Okay, can I add one indie title, please?
Yes.
The Turtles.
Yes.
Turtle today game. Yes.
Yeah. And
the what?
The Turtles, game,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
My final game.
The lack of online.
I was going to say my final games for this year that I'm really interested in are 2 indie titles, Replaced, and there was another one as well that was shown off. You might remember it. It's the one where it was like that little family, but there was like a little kid at the end that kind of sits up on the sofa. I think people might know if they remember it. Yeah, see? Pat knows which one I'm talking about as well. They showed it off at E3.
Oh, man.
Was for Xbox?
The
Then?
Yeah.
ex Limbo dev.
Yes.
Yeah, I know which one. I can't remember what it's called though. Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Somerville. That's the one. Somerville. Thank you, Sean.
Oh yeah, Summerfield. Yeah.
Yeah. So Somerville and Replaced, 100%. My two big indie titles for this year, and I cannot wait. Boxenberger's just having some technical difficulties with his headset at the minute, so he'll be back momentarily. Whilst we wait for Boxenberger to sort that out, though,
I gave him a timeout.
head into our final and smaller topic for the end of the show, and it is our platform hopes for 2022. So what you're wanting to see from, and obviously this year we will see the return yet again of the likes of E3 and Gamescom, and of course at the tail end of the year, I never expect anything from TGS, obviously Tokyo Game Show. But at the end of the year, of course, then you've got Keeley's Game Awards, which obviously you see new titles or things unveiled at, but primarily the big things from them in terms of games that you might want to see or updates on, and potentially then other things, maybe hardware, maybe features on consoles, whatever it is. But for any platform, first of all, I'll go to Shom on this one. Shom, what are your kind of hopes for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo in terms of 2022? What do you want to see them do to kind of be better than last year and go into the next?
I want to see next gen. I want to see what next gen can really do. I don't believe we're seeing that at the moment. Whether that be with cross-gen titles, I think Halo could have been a lot better had it been next gen. But I understand why it's cross. But I think it's like with the tools is the big thing as well, isn't it?
Yes,
the tools being not quite mature enough, especially on Xbox side. So yeah, I'd really want to be wowed by why we bought these consoles. I mean, it's nice having 60 frames a second, 4K or 1440 upscaled or whatever, but I just really want.
You want to
show, I want my eyes
like
to be melted.
like a proper showcase game, like something that makes you go, "Whoa, look at that!"
Yeah, and not even particularly in graphical fidelity or anything, just something that I've never seen before, or something you couldn't do before.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, I think there's a lot more to come, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things. You're trying to figure out exactly what could happen and what I want to see happen. I just want to see just better games, really. I want to see the end of the console wars.
I mean, that's been.
I'm just tired of it. It's just so petty over really stupid stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's been out a week. Only 5% of people have completed the campaign. It's just like, Jesus, get a life, seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like nobody. Who does that? Seriously, who does that? Who's so concerned with how many people complete a game they've either bought or playing on Gamepass?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just want world peace.
Yeah. Not too much to ask for then.
No, not too much to ask for. Yeah, I just want to enjoy my hobby, and I want companies also to actually vie for my time. I don't want there to be some of this like with the. I can't remember who I was listening to the other day or today about it with the cost of things in Halo and free to play in general. I think they're a little bit too much. I think we're being gouged as customers. I think they're taking the piss, to be honest with you. I think 20 quid for a couple of skins on Halo is just egregious. Same thing for Apex Legends, 15 quid for a charm is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I want companies just to actually respect me for the money and the time I put into them.
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit different than maybe what some people are thinking, but that's what I want from this year.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Good points. Very good points. Vin, I don't know whether or not he's going for a stretch at the minute. I'll wait. Actually, I'll go to Pat first. Pat,
Alright.
what do you want?
Yeah.
I know you're primarily Xbox, so what do you want to see from Xbox? Not just obviously excluding the anticipated games, but what do you want to see Xbox do this year to kind of improve on last year? What do you see? What do you want to see them do, or hope to see them do in 2022? What games potentially do you want to see more info on? Come June, when obviously we have E3, the biggest of the shows for the year. What is it you hope to see in 2022 outside of the games that we already know are coming?
If there's one thing that I really want, because as you guys know, I stream on Twitch, and since I'm directly streaming off my Xbox, I don't use any computers and that kind of stuff, OBS and that kind of thing. What I do want is that they add this feature that they had like 2 or 3 years ago on the Xbox preview, is that you can broadcast all. So, like if you start a game and it crashes, you go back to dashboard, you don't have this pause screen on Twitch, Back in the days, they had like some feature that you can broadcast also your dashboard and that kind of stuff. That's one of the things that I really like to see coming this year to the Xbox. And you can just keep streaming, and instead of like switching back to screen or pause screen, that kind of stuff. Gaming wise, I don't know, we discussed it. There are coming so many great games, and I don't know, I don't know what to expect or what they're gonna bring this year with E3. But like I say every year, just let them surprise me. Let them see what they have in store for us.
Yeah.
And if I can create my own game, just quickly, if there's one thing I really like is
PUBG 2.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, it's been discussed. Like last year, they said it about PUBG 2 or something. They still have this. They had this small trailer 3 years ago or something, also from the creators from PUBG.
Yeah.
Didn't hear anything of it anymore, so I don't know what's going on with that. But if there's I've always imagined a game in my head is that it's like GTA in a real world. So with what you have with Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that you can actually play around the world, but also on the streets and stuff, so that you can drive your own street and that kind of thing. That's been in my head for years, to get a game like that. And I think with how far they are now, I think they can really make that, make that happen. That would be pretty nice. So instead of Flight Simulator, make some car simulator or something, but around the world, that would be pretty nice.
Is that called metaverse?
I don't know.
Is that the thing that Facebook and all the other companies are working on?
Kind of.
Could be. Could be. I have no idea. I don't watch those kind of. I don't see anything passing by that, so I have no idea.
I'm not really into it either, but for some reason that sounded to me like that. That metaverse is like real life, but then virtual.
Yeah, they were pretty nice.
Awesome.
But that's true. That's more Drew's style, the technical, the technical style.
But yeah, like I said, Drew, with the E3, just let them surprise us, or like me, because there are so many games to play this year, and I cannot think about any game or thing that they are bringing out. Maybe a new console. an Xbox Series XL. I don't know. Yeah, like. So yeah.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Archie, I know you're back, but you don't have a camera now. You're having some technical issues, but you are there.
He's too sexy.
Broke the camera with his German looks. No, what do you hope to see from the major platforms this year, just outside of the games that we know of? What other things would you like to see them do in 2022? Nope. Still can't hear you.
Excellent points.
You got yourself muted.
No, he's unmuted. Look, but
No, he's not muted.
No, and his microphone. No.
oh no, he's talking in chat. Look.
Okay, no, he's not muted. Okay, right. Okay, we can't hear you. Okay, we might have an early bow out from Archie here. For technical reasons, unfortunately, but if you want to play around with that, I'll go to Vin first and see if you can fix it within the next second. Yeah, he's going to restart quickly, so he'll be right back. We'll get his opinion on the final section, but I'll go to Vin first then. Vin, what do you hope to see from all of the major platforms outside of just the games that we know of for 2022?
Well, my first thing is I want a Dreamcast Mini from Sega.
he's gonna bang that drum until he's dead.
Yeah,
It's never gonna happen.
it's 21 years now. I need Skies of Arcadia on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch. I don't care. Give it to me, Sega. I know you're listening. That I want Skies of Arcadia. That's my. I hope they announce it sometime this year, because there is this story about. I know Boxenberger's gone anyway, but Sega wants to go NFT with Skies of Arcadia and then fund the game with it. I know Drew, you, and Boxenberger hate NFT, but if that's a solution for Sega to bring it to me, I'm all into NFT. But for Xbox wise, for me it's pretty simple. I need Gamepass family plan thing. My kids are growing up too fast and they all have an own Xbox now. So I need the family plan. It's way too expensive now, and there's one. Slaap lekker. That's my most wanted thing for Xbox. And I need a Kinect for them as well, for the kids, for the Just Dance, because the Switch is wrecking Joy-Cons now.
Right.
So, for PlayStation, I want to be the rumors to be true from SOCOM. If that, I saw a lot of rumors.
You hope to see that announced on the E3 time.
Yeah, on some of the shows, you know.
Yeah.
I hope to see it. SOCOM is my. I really liked it on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
And I hope it gets revived. Because Twisted Metal is getting revived. We know that. We saw the teaser as well. So I hope this year they will show SOCOM. And for Nintendo, I hope they revive Golden Sun, the RPG.
Yeah.
I played it on my brother's. I say that the Game Boy thing. What's it called with the screen you can
X screen.
flip out?
X screen.
Is it X screen?
Yeah.
It's like this Game Boy, but you have this. It's square, and then if you open it up, then you have.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know about that.
I think it's Advance or something.
Oh, right, okay.
I think that I hope Golden Sun, that was really really good thing.
Yeah.
I hope they revived it. But hey, there he is, sexy German.
Can't hear you at the minute though. Can't hear. Are you
No.
muted again?
Oh, and of course, I hope I don't get timeout from Broody. in 2022.
You can hear us now. You're gonna have to learn sign language, Broody. We'll just...
doing interpretive dance.
Oh, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Hallelujah. I'm back. What the hell?
Don't we love technology?
No.
I sometimes, I don't know what was.
Sorry. No, go on.
Yeah.
I want to
It's-
spend.
NVIDIA broadcast changed the sources, and then
Yeah.
StreamYard got messed up and nothing worked anymore. So yeah.
Woo.
Okay, good. I'm back. Okay, please continue your point. I have no idea what you were talking about, but it.
Oh,
You're
I want
doing
a
the
family
outros.
plan. I want a family plan for Xbox to be
Yep.
announced for Gamepass. I want a SOCOM for the PlayStation, Golden Sun for
Oh
Nintendo.
yes, Golden Sun. Yes, 100%.
And it wasn't a Nintendo DS, but I think it was Advance SP or something. Perepluk, something like that. You flipped it was Game Boy. You flipped. The screen was.
Oh, I remember what. You want like a revision of that.
Yeah, but on Nintendo Switch.
Oh, right. You want the emulator on Switch.
No, I want a new game from Golden Sun on Switch.
Oh, right. Okay, that's fair enough.
Because Golden Sun has been dead for a while.
Yeah.
And I want no more timeouts from Broody in 2022.
We can't promise that.
Can't promise you that.
And I promised him at 100 I will do it one more time. So I hope for him that goes on. And I hope midweek mix-up reaches 2000. And I hope everybody in chat will have a great year and will enjoy the show and have a good gaming year and stuff like that.
100%.
So I love you all.
Love you all too.
And it's time for Broody Burger to.
We love you too.
You don't.
I do. I truly do.
Boxy, what are your hopes for
Yeah.
all of the major platforms for 2022 outside of just the releases that we know of? What are your general hopes for these platform holders and what they can really do for us in 2022?
Okay, I start with Nintendo. I think I said that earlier. I want them to do a bit more for the core gaming audience. I feel that they leave this kind of audience a little bit in the rain these days. So I definitely want that. For Sony, I want to... Okay, how do I phrase that without sounding too fanboy? But I want them to go back to putting the player in the center. What they do, I feel like they have kind of a
This true.
what?
Yeah, the mini,
Okay,
like the
I
folding
get it.
advanced, right? Okay.
The folding advance. Yeah.
Folding. Yeah. Oh, folding. That's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, we have seen Jim Ryan talking too much nonsense and BS over the last 2 years. I really don't like that. It's all what I always said is what PlayStation did so well over the last decade or so, that they really focused on players and that they had a connection to the base. And I feel like with we believe in generations, with increasing the prices, with all that, they kind of built a disconnect towards the community, and I would really hope that they change course with that. Also, from a hardware's point of view, I'm still missing a lot of features that were promised, like VRR. I know just today I've seen the rumors again. I've seen them for more than a year now since they launched.
The problem with that though is they're bringing VRR in, but only for Sony TV models.
Yeah, I know. It's
Why?
so
Why is
why?
that?
Sell TV.
They want to sell their, and that's exactly the kind of thing. I feel like these days, Sony became this big company, and they became that successful company by thinking of what does the consumer want, what does the customer want, and giving them actual value help them to grow. And I kind of feel like they don't have that focus anymore. They don't just have that in the console space right now. They have that also in all their other consumer products. Yeah, forcing now basically or pushing with the PlayStation, their Sony TVs out, stuff like that is just weird to me. This is not what I want.
Agree.
Yeah, that's what I want to change. I want these features like the promised VRR support. I want to hopefully get them to implement Dolby Vision, all these basic functionalities. They promised a lot of changes in the UI that are still yet to come. So, yeah, let's hope that this will come. And from the Xbox side of things, I sure hope that they move away from these timed exclusive deals that they have, like a Stalker 2 and stuff like that. I really don't need that. I want them to focus more on day one Game Pass releases. That's what I've always said. I don't have a benefit if they pay for exclusivity. I don't have a benefit if a PlayStation gamer can't play a certain game. I don't have that benefit, but I do have a benefit if they bring day one Game Pass releases. So I want them to shift that focus over there. But we have the feeling that they are already doing it. On the platform side of things, I would really appreciate it. What Vin said, family plan for Game Pass, and I definitely hope they fix that capture capabilities and improve upon
100%. DVR needs implemented this year.
DVR,
I think it is.
Yeah.
We've heard Jason,
I know Jason Ronald just said that on the Iron Lord podcast, but then again, he said the same thing when the console launched, and that was like a year and 3 months ago or 2 months ago. So I hope they really bring it this year. Because that definitely needs fixing.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have to admit I'm pretty happy with my actual Xbox console. What I do hope that they improve upon is the mobile app. I think basic functionalities like the store and stuff like that is missing. The achievement system tracking on mobile is a pain in the,
Us.
I don't want to downrate Drew's podcast here. That's basically it. What else? I think I'm pretty happy with how Xbox is handling their customers right now. Of course, we could always complain about localization and improving their efforts in markets outside the US. That's a long-term goal. That's not a thing that they will suddenly immediately fix in 2022. They've had that problem for 20 years now. So why would they fix that right now in 2022? But I do hope that they improve upon it.
Because midweek mix-up is becoming larger and larger. They need to.
Exactly.
We are influencers.
I don't consider myself an influencer, but anyways, I think that's basically it for the three platform holders.
Awesome.
And yours, Drew?
Yeah, so for me, for Xbox, it's more on the feature side. So I want DVR to be fixed once and for all. They need a better integrated DVR and editing tool in the console again. If you have a look, compared to Sony and what they do with their inbuilt video editors and clip editors and things on PlayStation, it's leagues above what Xbox provide. And it provides the ability for people to get into content creation on the gameplay front and things like that. That might not have access to PCs and things. So if someone wants to upload their favorite clips or make like a highlight reel or something like that for games that they love, then they should be able to do that and upload that directly to YouTube like they used to be able to on Xbox. And I think that really needs an overhaul, and that's a major one that they need to get to grips with, as well as just the.
Also, they need to fix their codec issue with when you transfer
100%.
over the recorded files to a PC, all the colors are shifted, brightnesses are off, HDR doesn't work at all.
Yeah,
it's HDR recording. I mean,
yeah, it's a mess. Yeah,
yeah,
truly. That's one major one. Better stream integration for streamers in general on the console. They've implemented a little bit better things with things like Streamlabs going on there now and things like that. But that's for a monthly payment. With what they used to have with Twitch, then ended up going to Mixer and then back to Twitch, and then it got worse.
Mixer was awesome.
Yeah, we used to have a really great integration on the left-hand side where it had everything in there properly, and I think they're bringing that back in shortly. But it does need to be better. Let's face it does need to be better overall anyway. On the hardware front, again, I want to see more use of these technologies that they've touted in the games that we'll see going forwards. So much like Archie said on the PlayStation side, VRR, and not just on Sony TVs, but in general, like stop blocking a feature behind the TV, like having it only restricted to a TV. What is the usefulness in that, other than selling a few TVs, which make you very little markup in the long run? It's not worth it. So just unblock that feature and let everybody use VRR. It's going to make everybody so much happier and so much more willing to go out and buy this console and play it on these brand new high-priced 120 hertz TVs. If you just allow that feature, because it's just going to make gaming so much smoother and more pleasant to play, when you don't have screen tearing on these games. It's going to help the games.
And you need a Philips TV anyway because of the Ambilight. It's only Philips. Ambilight for the win.
Time out. I know you're from the Netherlands. I know you have to love Philips, but come on.
No. But the Ambilight is great, Rudy. I'm sorry.
You can get Ambilight without the TV, though.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's different.
Way cheaper, works way better, and then you have a proper TV. That's the thing. Yeah, you're not buying the TV for Ambilight. You buy the TV for the actual TV. So.
I have 3D Ambilight. I love it. Sorry.
I have a personal plan. I already have an LG OLED TV in my living room, but I rarely play in the living room because, the kids are all around. I have my man cave. I'm not allowed to, basically, yeah. My wife kicked me out. She says, you have your man cave, which I'm sitting in right now, and I have my TV over here. But the thing is, I'm sitting relatively close to the TV, so I have a 48-inch TV, and up until last year, they didn't have OLED TVs in that size. The smallest OLED TV was 55-inch, and that didn't fit in here. So that's why I have a Samsung QLED. But this year, and very soon, probably next couple of weeks, I'm going to upgrade here also to an LG OLED, and then I only have the living room left, the sleeping room, the bedroom left, and that's also going to get an upgrade to an LG OLED. So that's where we're heading here.
Nice. I'd love to say something more from Nintendo, but I want to see Nintendo stop not taking risks. I want to see them actually do something that requires them taking a risk going forwards, because they've been playing it far too safe for too long. And I really think they need to start pushing the boat out again, and not just on the gaming front, but even on the hardware front. Like, they're so reluctant to put out something that is going to really push the medium again. Nintendo and as Vin would say, Sega as well at the time, both of them really pioneered living room console gaming, and fully. Obviously, we know before that you had kind of yes, we know. Before that you had obviously the Famicom, and you had kind of other older consoles, much older consoles, that date back before Nintendo and Sega, but they're the ones that really drove home console, living room gaming, should we say, to the masses, and they pioneered that. They took those risks and made those consoles, and continue to do so. And I think really after the Wii U, and the battering they took with the Wii U, that they really did play it safe after that. And I think the hardware really needs to be stepped up majorly from them, and I think this year and onwards they need to take more risks. On a side note, what I'd like to see is not a purchase of a large studio for like a large distributor or anything like that for Xbox, not one of these major ones. What I want to see them do is cement their relationship and purchase a Asobo, and furthermore, potentially look at getting Crytek. Yeah, Crytek.
Yeah, Crytek. Please,
And
Rise
not-
Son of Rome 2, please.
And not just
I
for
think
Rise
Rise
Son of
2.
Rome, I think for Crytek as a company as well. And I mentioned this on Boom Show the other day. But they've really lacked the definitive support from gaming in general. They've tried to do a lot, but they've been restricted by what they do because they've got their own worries, their own financial worries themselves as to what they can do. So, of course, they had Crysis. Crysis was, again, 1, 2, 3 brilliant games. Rise, Son of Rome was a brilliant game. Even now, it holds up, even though it's restricted to that 1080p maximum on PC and 900p on Xbox. It still holds up graphically to this day. Hunt Showdown graphically looks brilliant, but it's not the best that they can do. And I think given proper support and proper backing from a platform holder like Microsoft or Sony, a company like that can do wonders. And I think having that backing and support will revitalize that company, and we'll see the best from them again. So I would like to see Crytek and Asobo get purchased by Xbox more for the stability and ongoing ingenuity that those two companies can bring to gaming. On a flip note, I would like to see, and even though Xbox gamers might not like this because of course they bring a lot of Souls games to the Xbox now, likewise FromSoft or From Software as people know them, who create the Soulsborne games, etc. They have a very deep long-lasting relationship with Sony, and if they're going to make a purchase this year, I would anticipate probably that would be the best option for them, from a major purchase, if it were.
They are making Elden Ring, right? That's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I would, in terms of major acquisitions, I don't want to talk about Take-Twos. I don't want to talk about Warner Brothers or anything like that. I'm not interested in these major ones. What I'd like to see is these studios that have been there pretty much from the start, that could do with having now permanent stability to allow them to relax, not have to worry about things financially, and just do what they do best to the best of their ability. So I'd like Asobo to have that with Microsoft and Crytek, and FromSoft to have that with Sony. But yeah, that's my major wants. In terms of games, I'm much like Pat. All I want to see is updates from some of the ones that we're highly anticipating. So I want to see updates from Hellblade 2 in terms of a release date this year. Please give me a release date this E3. That would be my big one. Fable, I expect to see gameplay this year.
Yeah.
And potentially then a definitive release window for next year. I think they're the only major ones that I want to see. I think we'll learn more about Forza Motorsport this year, but it won't be out this year. I think Forza Motorsport will drag into.
You really think?
I think that'll.
No.
I think that'll be.
I would place a bet. I would place a bet right now here.
It's going 1-on-1 with Gran Turismo.
Nah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that soon.
Absolutely.
Gran Turismo is near the start. I think if you're going to release another Forza, if Forza does launch this year, it'll be closer to the end in the release window that Forza Horizon released. So more November.
Yeah, sure. That's It's a fall game.
Yeah.
It's no doubt but it will come out this year. And here's Here's why.
Yeah, go on.
It's not just that it's been 5 years. The point is, Fable is coming next year, and you don't want to premiere your brand new engine with Fable. You premiere that with the game you actually developed it for, that is Forza. And so, yeah, that is coming this year.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Okay. Well,
But
we can
if
hope.
Gran Turismo's coming, so it will be head-to-head. It's always been with Gran Turismo, right? It's head-to-head.
Kind of, but
Gran Turismo is April. April, I think.
Gran Turismo
April is Gran Turismo 7, but you don't.
June.
Forza
June.
is
Forza Motorsport
no.
June. Watch me.
No. I think they will announce that during E3, and then it will be either a September or October game.
I think it'll probably be like a November game again. I think it'll be like saying that though.
I don't think
to go head with Starfield.
Yeah.
It might be
I think
October.
now that they have a little bit more time to plan things.
Starfield, so.
I think now that they have a little bit more time to plan things out, they can spread the games better out, and they don't have to squeeze them in all in the same time period. So I think they will have a major release in September, October, and November.
Oh.
And November is already taken with Starfield, so we will probably see that
True,
October or September.
I've been given a timeout regarding FromSoft by Doom Reaper. No, that's more.
Sean, you're the only one left in the show.
Yeah, that's more a Doom. That's more a personal opinion, I think, based on what I would class as. If you have a look at some of the major purchases from studios that have happened over the last couple of years, they've been from companies that have had long-standing relationships with the platform holder. So the reason Bethesda was purchased wasn't just because it was Bethesda and they're big. Bethesda started their console life with Xbox. They helped bring Morrowind over to the console for the first time. They've had a really long-standing relationship, which is why that was purchased in the first place, and it took years to come to fruition. The likes of Ninja Theory, again, as much as, of course, they brought out Hellblade, you have to remember the games that they brought out prior to that as well, where it was Odyssey to the West, I think it was. Enslaved, yeah, Odyssey to the West.
Yeah.
That came out on Xbox, and you had Devil May Cry's and things like that. So again, there's been a prior relationship with Xbox with that. Of course, as we know with Playground Games, when that was purchased, that was a long-standing relationship, primarily developing things like that. So with regards to relationships, how long they've been intermingled for, Asobo have got a 10-year plan with Flight Sim to help continue to develop that. You've then got the, of course, working on A Plague's Tale and going straight into Gamepass with that. That's a major title to go straight into it, specifically on the success that went into it. So I think Asobo would be a no-brainer to kind of can just say, right, this relationship's going well. We fully support what you've done for us. I know it would make you sad. And like I said before, Xbox gamers wouldn't like it because they've been making strides to get some of these Soulsborne games over to Xbox. But from a Sony perspective, it makes sense for them to get FromSoft.
Their relationship isn't as strong as you think. The reason we have Dark Souls 1 to 3 is because they didn't have any faith in the whatever the PlayStation one is.
Yeah.
Bloodborne.
No, the other one. What was the first one?
Demon Souls?
Demon Souls. Sorry, yeah. I had a brain fart then. The reason that we have Dark Souls is because Sony didn't have the thingy for Demon Souls. They thought it went okay, but it was like, meh, we're not going to fund anymore. Yeah. So that's why we've got pretty much Demon Souls 2, 3, and 4 in the form of Dark Souls.
Yeah. Is that the one that was remastered on PS5 now?
Yes, yeah.
And then when you look at actually the other game, when you've got like Sekiro and Elden Ring actually now have the marketing with Xbox, that suggests it's probably they've still got a good relationship. Don't get me wrong, but it's probably not as good as some people will try and make out. It is. Like some people kind of think that it's got the same relationship that Insomniac does, but they don't.
I was going to say the Elden Ring was meant to have the publicity rights and things like that for Xbox, but it ended up being publicity rights for PlayStation. So they've actually got the rights to showcase that as opposed to Xbox. I don't know what happened there, but you are right. Originally, it was meant to be Xbox that had those rights. But I don't know what's happened over recent months, but it's actually Sony that have got the rights to for that one, which is really...
Well, that's odd.
Yeah, it's an odd turn, but yeah. So they've got Elden Ring now. Obviously now though we've got the primary rights to... Obviously we've got Stalker 2 as an exclusive, but we've also then got A Plague's Tale Requiem, which I think is probably one of the larger releases of this year, and specifically...
It's not exclusive though. I don't think it is. It exclusive?
Then we have Contraband,
but it's Game Pass Day 1.
Yeah.
Contraband with Avalanche. Yeah.
With Avalanche and
So,
Stalker is an exclusive though.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, I think all these studios that Xbox is partnering with right now on a development level, not just with marketing, right, but a little bit more deeper. Like you mentioned, Asobo, GC Game World. We have, but we also have Crystal.
Dynamics,
Exactly, Crystal Dynamics. All these studios. Then Avalanche with Contraband. We have IO Interactive with that Project Dragon game. These kind of collaborations, all these studios are high candidates. I think that this is exactly why Microsoft partnered with them. They see if the chemistry works, if the studios have a good working procedure. How they see how can they manage projects, how does the studio work, and if they are doing a good job, they all up for possible acquisition.
Metalhead, you are right. It is what's classed as a 3-month exclusivity, but they haven't begun work.
But
they haven't begun work.
That was only a rumor. That was never confirmed. We got that through that Apple versus Epic thing, that court thing. It was never really confirmed. I think, obviously, it's a timed exclusive, but I wouldn't hold my breath about the 3 months.
Yeah,
that's
three months.
I've seen a lot of people say that, it's only 3 months. We don't know. And usually these type of deals are longer than 3 months. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
No, that's completely agree. Well, this has been an absolutely awesome first show back for 2022. It's really strange saying that still. These last 2 years has went so quick. It still feels kind of like 2020, to be honest.
I can see that your beard, Drew.
Yeah, this is it. Just continue to grow from 2020 onwards. But yeah, it's been an awesome first show back. Thank you again to the awesome support from everybody that's jumped in today. Of course, to our new channel members, Crazy Louie and Joanna Dark. And of course, resub from Marion the Mad. Awesome to have you all here. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we will get to our outros now. First and foremost, Shomberlon, brother, if you let people know where they can find you and what you've got coming up.
You can find me in my normal socials. I've got a couple of weeks of just uni work before I head back into the schools. I go back in about 7 or 8 weeks. I think I'm back into the schools when my life just disappears again. But yeah, you can find me at Shomberlon on Twitter and Xbox.
Awesome stuff. Next up, Vinny Boy. If you let people know where they can find you, brother, and what you're going to be up to.
I'm gonna finish Final Fantasy VII Remake on my Twitch. Then I'm gonna do Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yes, that's a big one.
And you can Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, it's big.
like an
game,
hours,
but
or...
definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Oh yeah, okay.
But it's worth it, but it's a big game.
Okay, I don't mind. I play recommendations that viewers make to me. So
yeah,
you definitely should play it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna, and I'm gonna finish Mafia Definitive Edition because I'm really enjoying that game. I'm loving it. And you can find me on Twitch as Hertog Vin X. You can find me on Xbox, on Twitter, on Instagram, on PlayStation, on OnlyFans, on Porner Premium. Yeah, basically everywhere. So you can find me. It's all the same. Yeah, Hertog Vin X. So
Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Next up,
oh,
Boxenberger.
and best wishes to everybody. Happy New Year. Best wishes to everybody in chat. Thank you for joining again. Love you all. And now we go on to the most sexy German on the planet.
Oh.
Do we have another German in here? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Archie Burger, yes, if you let people know, brother, what you've got coming up, if you've got any brand new videos that you've got in the pipeline that are going to be releasing shortly, and where they can find you.
I always have videos in the pipeline. I actually, I have to admit, I made the thumbnail for the next one during this show.
Yeah.
Here in parallel. So yeah, I have another one planned out. Hopefully, I'll release it this week. Definitely, it will release.
Is it a roadmap for PlayStation 2022?
You know, I was considering doing one. The thing is, my audience is very Xbox focused, and I have so many ideas for videos, and I really need to think, where do I invest my time in? I don't think my PlayStation roadmap would be the thing that the people would like to see. So I have something else really, really cool. There was actually, sometimes I'm really surprised when a news item drops, like for instance today, the Ubisoft Plus thing. You really have to rush out and make a video about it, because tomorrow YouTube is going to be flooded. Everyone is talking about that. And sometimes there are awesome news and everybody misses them. And I got one thing that is really exciting. During the holidays, we got some really cool insight. And I made make a video about that. It's not finished yet. Hopefully, I will release it at least to channel members this week. Otherwise, it's going to be Monday next week. But I've also got something else working on the channel. Not quite ready to make the big announcement yet, but hopefully, I will be able to make the big announcement next week. You guys know what I'm talking about.
No,
yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, that's something I'm really excited about. It's gonna be fantastic, and hopefully I can make the announcement about this next week. Yeah. Awesome. So that's basically what I've got cooking up for the channel. Otherwise, I'll continue to play Biomutant, Age of Empires 4, Halo, all that good stuff. Yeah. So yeah,
mainly Age of Empires 4. Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be real. I always try to. I sit down. I say no. I force myself not to play Age of Empires because there are so many other awesome games, and then I always come back. It's just what it is.
Yeah. No. And I know the feeling. I'm exactly like that with a few of them. I've been doing the same, not specifically with the Age of Empires, but I've been doing the same with Death Stranding. I'll be looking and I'll be like, right, I want to play this, and then I'm on it, and I'm just like, you know what it is? I want to play a little bit more, but with Death Stranding, you can't have a little bit because it takes so long to get from A to B and do what you need to do. It's like 2 hours.
I mean, if you have to watch one cutscene, you already have to plan out your entire afternoon. That's
yeah. So yeah, it's not just a little bit of time. You need to put a lot of time into that to get it. But it's good. But I know when I can play and when I can't play Death Stranding. Awesome stuff. But yeah, last but not least, Patch, you let people know, brother, what you've got coming up, and
second last. We have you as well, Drew.
Well, you guys can find me, of course, on Twitter, most social resource that I have. You can find me on Twitch as well, Petchu070 _ midweek mixup. Gonna change the name. It's a little bit too long, but yeah, I don't know what's up with that, but I'm gonna change that. But yeah, you can find me there, of course. We're trying to get a goal of 30 subs. Currently sitting on 25, so
nice.
Go check it out, guys. And yeah, what I have coming up, different kind of games, guys. We got PUBG, we got Fortnite, we got Forza Horizon 5, we got I don't know.
You said Fortnite, time out.
You're the one that's needed timeout.
Oh, look, Boxenberger's talking, but Boxenberger's talking. We can't hear him. Look.
Oh, I said, that's it. I have to make a kind of a timeout list for games mentioned. FIFA is definitely on there. I don't know if I put in Fortnite on that list.
No, but yeah, like I said, I play different kind of games, guys. So yeah, come check it out. If you able to join me anytime. So and yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see what we're gonna play. So
Definitely. Awesome stuff.
Drew,
And for me,
now
of
your
course,
turn.
sorry.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
It is. And for me, of course, you can find me usually on Midweek Mix-Up. Of course, you can find me over on Boom's channel every Monday evening on Primetime Gaming. I also have something that is coming not this week, but the week after. It's another shorter podcast every Sunday evening. It's not going to be too late. It's going to be probably 6:30 p.m. UK time, so 7:30 p.m. European. So it goes just after the Iron Lords finish. I'm not stupid enough to try and compete with the Iron Lords on a Sunday. But it's going to be myself and General C. We're going to be wrapping up the kind of news articles from throughout the week. It's just going to be called the Weekend Edition. So it's myself and the General C. It's not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. So every Sunday going forward, it's going to be about an hour to an hour and a half long, depending on how many smaller news articles we're going to be covering. But we're going to be saving the bigger kind of beefy topics for midweek mix-up. And myself and Jen will be covering off every other little ones that you might have missed or might not have covered in the big show. So, for instance, we'll probably be touching on things like PSVR 2 for one of our first shows, and kind of some of the smaller things that might release up until that. But yeah, it's just going to be a roundup news, a news show, should we say, where we give our opinions on the weekly news and kind of let everybody catch up who might have missed it due to work and things like that, or might not keep up with the news on day-to-day basis. So that will be airing, like I say, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. 1 hour to an hour and a half long, 6:30 p.m. British time. And that will be awesome.
Is it on the same channel as here then?
Same channel as here. It's just called the Midweek Mix-Up Weekend Edition. So yes, that'll be awesome. We've already got overlays and things ready to go. It's just a case of going forward. It'll be absolutely awesome. And
you also have guests, or is it always you
just the two of us? Nice small bite-sized show. We'll save the guests and things for our awesome big panel here. Keep it nice and light on Sundays, nice and bite-sized.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted to do something because, of course, on big shows, as me and Archie have spoke about before, on the big shows, often there's a lot of voices and you can't get through everything. Of course, when we've got a bigger panel, much like Boom's channel does, much like Iron Lords does, you can't cover off 25 little news articles because there's too many people. Obviously, you want to get everyone's opinions on it and give them the time to speak their opinion properly. And when you have 7-8 major things happening in a day, you can't cover it all. So save the biggest news for the big show and the smaller bite-sized news for the little show. Where two of us will be covering it and it'll be nice and easy to cover. Yeah, that's a major one from us. Of course, we are going well on Twitch as well, on the Midweek Mix-Up Collective. Of course, over on that one, we have all of our gameplay streams now, so no more gameplay streams on YouTube. That is saved specifically for Twitch. We will be putting things like highlights and things on YouTube in bite-sized chunks, but none of that will be live streamed. Yes. Over on that, we're doing very well. We also auto-host all of these guys here, so whoever streams on Twitch, when they're playing, when we see them online, they're auto-hosted, so if you don't know their channels automatically, if you're subscribed to us, you'll know because we're auto-hosting them anyway. So you'll automatically see them when they are online. But other than that, it's been awesome having all of you guys back. It's been awesome having this awesome chat with my brothers again, and our little family. Of course, we speak on a daily basis in the DMs, but it's never always the same as getting on here and having a good chat. Go on.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that indie show again this year?
Yes, April this year will be the indie showcase 2022. Yes.
Oh, nice. I loved it last time. So.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, but yes, I am doing it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, definitely. But yes, so thank you again to everybody who tuned in today. It's been absolutely awesome being back to it. I hope you have an awesome evening. If you already do, then please drop a like and share it out. If you don't, please subscribe. Of course, it's free to do so, and it every little helps. So thank you again.
Yeah.
Have an awesome evening, and we'll see you again next week. Goodbye now.
Happy New
See you
Year,
guys later, man.
Guys.
See ya.
Bye-bye.